a lot of it.
They don't like nobody but Chinese people.
I don't think it's fair to compare what is happening in
No, they don't like. They only use black people and other races to make money.
Red promotion. You cannot talk over another. Willie was answering your question. Willie, what you were saying?
I know you're out there.
I don't think it's fair.
I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell this is going to end. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show the world without you. A world where anything is possible. Go from there. It's a choice I leave to you.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station, Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth. The resistant radio station, Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes. Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth.
Shout out to all British Virgin Island and all US Virgin Island. You can't play that one time. You can't play that two times. Play it again.
Yeah,
play it
again. To the internet, got to keep my radio locked on my internet lock, whether it's on the telephone, whether it's on the iPhone, the berries of strawberries, whatever it is, keep it locked. I'm smart and representing always my brethren, Rasgadites, right here on what? Fresh Radio Vibes. Keep it locked. Are the best in a reggae dancehall music scene? No one plays the best. Rasgadites, run tune.
Behind the searching eyes, boots pound, siren screams raked the mind. Tears fell. In the womb, a seed burst.
Hey, myself, you know, say, Maroon representing for Gadites on the Morning Ride International Show. Nobody nothing know, say you want him a touch. Nobody nothing know, say you a give it up. Nobody nothing know, say you go over him yard. Baby, you know him love you bad. Great them say that, I'm out.
No, it doesn't matter where the heathen them a plan up. All wicked works a get burned up. Rasgidianites, they upon him journey. And our righteousness preserve we. Yeah, man, you're still the King Malachi represent for the number one. Keep on blazing the fire. Righteousness alone will exalt the nation. Boom.
Royal music production, yeah. Yeah. King Ali Baba be that, Mason the dot. But take some parrot and call music. Fear about false evidence appearing real. Told you, hey, you want to put me have cash and out. Me can still watch them out. Can me go inside and bring the knowledge out. X me to go and come, roll every market out. Cause the scammers out, them not take lockdown. Press the girls them out, XX chromosome. I regain them shown, so my bread crown. Want it postpone. From Melon so to Spanish town, Africa sing. If them systems say we are party, oh. Elite 90 can style with them virus, no. I ain't need cleansing them, I deal with and we find out, yes. Finally we look like we ancestors in coppers and diamonds and gold, yes. Kenyatta, what them a do to the world and make people a unite like never before, yes. Una unite and go stick out like finger west, so yes. At the age of fuck we rust. It's female for sure, yes. Bagua, Ellen, Sit, Prospect, Camport, more me send jar, rub up lip on the savannah, so the bass and can pump up on. Girls I broke out and me skin a cold bump up after me a wine a gal. And the system jump up at the east and not the west. Who no face we get thump up as you Burma. Shake your rump up, let me wind up and you something where you have the clump up. She get out of control, she raise me stump up. Yes, come me say if them systems say we a party, yo. Elite 19 can style with no racist virus, no. I ain't need cleansing them, I deal with that, we find out, yes. Finally we look like we ancestors in coppers and diamonds and gold, yeah. When I enter means a party and not normal thing. Girls are broke out, I get under man's skin. Every umi verse in a man open. Fluffy girls are broke out, I win. England girls are
I made a promise.
In a one of them Richie want to pin them and no punk. Where them a ride the rhythm. Them shoes on fire have London burning a short. If them system say we a party, yo. Elite 19 can style with them virus now. I ain't need cleansing them, I deal with that, we find out, yes. Finally we look like we are presters in coppers and diamonds. More than them vaccinated me. We just a show on what free and nobody we feel alkaline. So it withstand a pandemic. And unity, not how we pay killer. Energy is everything, give it to one another.
Yes, sir.
Justice, brother. From the spiritual realm. Before we come here, I say if them systems say we are party, yo. Elite 19 can style with them virus, no.
About to go live, about to go live.
Cleansing them and deal with them, we find out, yes. Finally we look like we ancestors in coppers and diamonds and gold. Uncle music, oh yes. Make money records coming so hard, yes. Royal music production, yes. Uncle music, you know see the planetary conjunction. I tell them if them system.
No, it doesn't matter where the hidden them a plan up. All wicked works I get burned up. Upon him journey and our righteousness preserve we. Yeah man, I hear still the King Malaki represent for the number one. Keep on blazing the fire. Righteousness alone will exalt the nation.
Yes sir, as we get into it again. It's the Grand Rising Show right now. The Grand Rising Show, broadcasting globally.
A silent step never creep upon you. In a mystic form, it will kiss you too. It will make you run until you wanna cry. Hurt yourself, make you wanna sigh.
Be careful,
be careful.
Love's gonna hold on you like a thief in the night.
Stealing, stealing, stealing.
Sounds of the one and only Egyptian right now.
It will make you run until you wanna cry. Hurt yourself, make you wanna sigh.
Be careful, be careful.
Love gets hold on you
like a thief in the night. Love and share, massive, love and share. Yes, sir.
To do things that I really couldn't do. I leave my home, never to come back anymore. Be careful,
be careful,
be careful.
Yes. The night, yes.
Stealing, stealing, stealing.
I said
it will make you run until you wanna cry.
Hurt yourself and make you wanna sigh. Be careful,
be careful. Love gets hold on you
like a thief in the night, yeah. Definitely. We start the building, gotta say big up to all the masses that joining us. Love and share the video, alright? Yeah, bring us up in the sky. So fly high, yes, yes.
It will make you run until you wanna cry.
It's all about Nyanka Bomber.
Make you wanna sigh.
Be careful, be careful.
Love's gonna hold on you
like a thief in the night, yeah.
I had heard what need to do.
Love and share. Let's get up to 10,000 to the now. Come on.
So I make her pack her things and leave my home. Never to come back anymore. Be careful, be careful.
Hold on you like a thief
in the night. Stealing, stealing, stealing. It will make you run until you wanna cry. Hurt yourself, make you run aside. Be careful, cause love will honor you in the night. Oh, stealing.
What a beautiful day today is. Remember, you're locked into the International Grand Rising Show. Broadcasting globally right now. The official radio station for the Maroon Nation. That's how we do it. Yes, you see the headlines today. Still alive after 285. Invading Maroon's rights. Let me just pick up all the offices all over planet Earth. Steal.
Turn until you're gonna cry. Hurt yourself, make you understand. Be careful, cause I'll be holding you like a thief in the night. Oh, steal it. Oh,
yes.
Oh, steal it.
Oh, yeah. Big up Russell Jones. Big up.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
One time, are you ready now? Yeah.
Fresh Radio Vibes, the most feared internet radio station on planet Earth.
Until the day the Lord free my soul, nature moves me and make me no feel like fool. What I feel like every day we turn dreams in a reality. DJ, pull that up again. Pull it. One time, are you ready now?
Yes, I big up to the man named Kibaka Pyramid. Don't know things that already.
Ball game me a play. Me have to reach my goal until
go
the day the Lord free my soul. Nature moves me and make me no feel
call
like
and get your potato pudding right now, like original.
Every day we turn dreams in a reality. Work hard and me nah look not. Me turn dreams in a reality. The husband heal more I'm missing. Me turn dreams in a reality.
Yep.
I know we not do it for no vanity. Me do it for me family. So them a go hungry me now.
Hold on, DJ,
so
what's
I
up?
complain when every other day we are flying
we have
on
something
plane.
lined
The
up,
first
DJ?
class seat sipping fine champagne and wine from Spain. Deep steam chalice low.
Why? You're gonna relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh. Why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
Oh, yeah. Do we have DJ? Play something. Make one eat some more potato pudding.
Hey, what going on now?
Queen Africa.
Don't worry too much, man.
Oh, what is now for?
Don't worry too much.
Worry about what?
I made a promise.
Who you promised?
To Buju. And
You
I
promised?
made a promise.
Alright.
To Richard Curry.
You promised Buju and Richard something?
My chief, by the way.
Ross. Stuff alright.
That I would not discuss the family business.
My God, so hold on there.
But
my God.
at the same time,
at the same time,
that pain where me are feeling in my belly and not only me alone.
Boy, baby, pain.
All of it, I read every comments. And the ones who it hurt the most, the thing what me say, The people who it hurt the most are some of the people who know the truth when I talk about.
What is the truth?
The ones who are curious and really confused as to what we could have really mean.
Yeah, what you really mean?
As me said before, don't fret yourself too much. If you are in the time of revelation, and everything must be revealed.
Reveal it.
According to what the Bible says.
Reveal it, my girl.
And if the black family, if black people are going to become united,
Jesus.
and are going to know what it means to love each other and accept each other in all our differences, then I have to again.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Call upon not only the names them in the previous video, but all the rest of ones them who know, say, Jamaica can fix.
Mighty God.
And when Jamaica fix, Africa can fix.
Yeah.
At time now, we meet at the table and discuss how we're going to do it. Instead of staying and allowing the new narrative to create Jamaica. So yes, we know the video is shocking and it's so what but there are those of us here on this island who are paying attention to the outcome of this country and also to the legacy that was left by our ancestors. I am also guided by my ancestors.
Queen Africa.
But this truth must be told
to
the people that it matters the most to.
What kind of secret?
Us.
Mighty
as a people, as black people, Jamaican people, African people.
Would you keep work?
So don't panic, man. All will be revealed in time. As me say, me make a promise to the DJ and the chief.
Jesus, you know, people. I don't know what mess with our system, but we're getting a nasty feedback from the bugs that is on our line. A lot of cockroaches is on the line, and oh lord, here we go. Grand Rising, the African CNG International, how you doing?
I'm good. I just sent your money.
Oh Jesus, I just go live on the air, you know. Yes, and I'm so glad you called me. Are you open today?
Yes, I'm open today.
What about the Kalalo? The Kalalo them done or what? Cause you said
yes, I do have fresh Kalalo.
Oh Jesus, fresh Kalalo. You have a restock of things, cause I noticed the red snapper them everybody.
Everything is stacked up for Easter, and we still add up.
Oh Jesus, peace. Anything extra special you have in the store where the people need to know about?
Yeah, we've got Easter buns in, we've got spice bun in, we've got national bun in, spice buns.
What about cheese? What about the cheese, Janet? What about the cheese?
We do have the tasty cheese.
Oh yes, in case you're listening, we're chatting with Janet. She is very much CNG International, and we do promote CNG International to all our Caribbean and African brothers and sisters out there who want to get some real authentic food, you know. Janet, see that I have you here. How many countries do you cater for when it comes on to the groceries that people can come and get?
Almost all of it.
Almost every country?
Yeah. Everybody's here, okay?
Yeah. All right. Good. I'll call you back later. My God.
All right. Bye.
I'm going to play her ad right now. Of course, you know that she is one of the main sponsors when it comes on to our international Grand Rising show that kicks off every single Monday to Friday. We keep it real. DJ, we were playing a tape a while ago, but I am hearing a bit of distortion when it comes on to how this thing is going across. You heard what happened a while ago. Queen Africa said that she made a promise to none other than Mark Myrie, and she made a promise also to Richard Curry. Now, what is this promise that has been promised to Mark Myrie and Richard Curry? We don't know as yet, but we intend to find out. We intend to find out and, you know, see if we can get back all of that leverage that's out there. What do you think Queen Ifrica is talking about? You think that I don't know.
Yeah, what going on now? Don't worry too much, man. Don't worry too much. I made a promise to Buju and I made a promise to Richard Curry, my chief, that I would not this is the family, but at the same time, the pain that we are feeling, I'm only me alone. All of it, I read every comments, and the ones who it hurt the most, the thing when me say, the people who it hurt the most are some of the people who know the truth when me I talk about. The ones who are curious and really confused as to what me could have really mean. As me said before, don't fret yourself too much. If we are in the time of revelation, and everything must be revealed according to what the Bible says. And if the black family, if black people are going to become united and are going to know what it means to love each other and accept each other in all our differences, then I have to again call for not only the names them in the previous video, but all the rest of ones them who know, say, Jamaica can fix. And when Jamaica fix, Africa can fix. At time now, we meet at the table and discuss how we're going to do it.
All right. As you hear what's going on, lots and lots of development. Remember, we've been telling you that we're not only about good governance, we're about the Maroon Nation. And the Maroon Nation is the people that they're calling black people. As you heard, Malcolm X said a while ago that do not call him any black American, those atrocious things. So that was a part of the whole fracas. Now, what Queen Ifrica is gearing on right now is she put out a tape prior to this tape, and it gathered some momentum because, as you heard, she called Richard Curry name and she called Buju Banton name and a few others. The speculation is that there is something happening that we as the Maroons need to know, especially our brothers and sisters who reside, who has been the original inhabitants. They've inhabit the island they call Jamaica for quite some time now, and the speculation is spreading far and wide. If this is something that the Akongpong chief Richard Curry has orchestrated, where he knows point blank what is going to transpire when it comes to what the Jamaican government is planning on doing, and we've heard on several platforms that they're going to invade the Maroon territories that has been designated under the treaty. If the army is being ready to be used against the Maroon, that is something that of concern. Now, on the other hand, we also see where our brothers and sisters from the continent of Africa has come over, and unofficially, we're going to say this, unofficially, they had a ceremony and reinstated or instated Richard Curry as, I don't know if it's a king or chief, and there's concern around that. What does that symbolize? And thirdly, we see where the word more has replaced the word Maroons. Now, I must say that, you know, we are very much respectful of all the appellations out there. But in 1738, it was not the Moors who defeated the crown. It was the Maroons under that appellation that we defeated the crown. So I have people asking me about the very premises of why are we using this appellation. But let's go to the phone line and think about, let's, you know, you were good. Willie is also there. Let's see if we can get Willie on our line. We know that our phone lines are connected globally, and you know, Grand Rising, Master of Arms. How you doing, Willie?
Not as good as I'd love, but I'm hanging on in there.
Willie, I hope they haven't injected with any of that poison that they're calling antidote. You have been infected, Willie?
But I don't know. You have to tell me.
I wonder if I can get one of my scientists on the line to give you a proper analyzation. Have you drinking anything in the body when you sleep? Sticky with any sharp object? Talk to me, because I know you don't sleep dead, you know, Willie. Anybody?
The only person that would probably have access to me to do that without getting a gunshot is my wife.
And in any sticking going on in that department, it's you doing the sticking. I get that quite clear, Willie. I won't even elaborate. But on a serious note, you're not feeling up par or what? I know the weather has been fluctuating where hot and cold been mixing. You're playing with the CERN machine and the heart machine very much these days. So maybe it's a light cold you catch up, man. Nothing else.
Yeah, well, exactly. And my voice just coming back. If you had called me yesterday, I couldn't even talk properly because I got just a touch of. I don't know. I don't know if it's a new milk that my wife introduced in my coffee.
Oh Lord.
The other day. But after drinking it a couple hours later, I just found like something happened, and I'm saying, what? I didn't go out on the road or anything. So what the hell is this? And I recognize that it's like a virus, that a bug that picks up.
Sometimes you
don't have to leave your home to get these things.
No, but as you mentioned, milk. I must inform our listeners that they have take out the gene out the female breast now and put it in the cow, and the cow is making authentic breast milk, even better than the milk that the females have, they say. So you have to be mindful. Everything is genetic now, you know, Willie. Everything.
Oh, I know.
Yes, but it is what it is.
That's bad.
So Willie, a major development going on. I don't know if I send it to your desk with Queen Ifrica saying that she's concerned that some agreement that has been made for the Maroon is in a bit of a dark room as she's seeing it. Have you got that tape, Willie? Did you get that tape?
No, the most I got from the last time with Africa is something that she was saying. I think she was saying Richard Curry and what's
the tape? That's the tape.
And they what's the guy named Buju Banton?
Yes.
I got that one.
So Willie,
but you want to be specific?
No, but now that she has left all these speculations out there, the conspiracy theory is that Richard Curry and Buju Banton may have entered into an agreement on behalf of the Maroon that is not in our best interest.
Really?
What do you summarize? Because you haven't gotten the meat of the core, because she's just spitting one and two things at the grassroots.
It's very difficult to comment on things that I have no clue about, and I refrain from commenting in a vacuum. I like the facts before I can make a proper assessment of a situation.
I'm glad I have you here, because you are very much familiar with the likes of Richard Curry and what his work is. When last have you been on his Instagram page, Willie? Have you ever visited over there?
Yes, I am a follower.
So my thing is, Richard Curry has more on his Instagram page, not Maroon. What's your take on that? I see this as blatant ignorance.
Oh, so he's more. I guess he's. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Was it what? No, but I'm saying, was it the Moors or the Maroon that beat the British in the place they call Jamaica? Was the Moors?
The Moors are Maroons, and the Maroons are Moors because
but the Moors, the Moors are Maroons, but Richard Curry represent the Maroon. Why would he change it to Moors, Willie? Why? Why would he do that?
There's nobody called Moors. The word Moor is an extrapolation of the Castellano Spanish word Moro, meaning black. It is a derogatory term, and we play black people need to stop playing.
You mean that you're dog shit?
Following white people.
Mighty God.
The word Moor comes from the Castellano Spanish.
Hold on, Willie.
The word Moor, it does. Listen, you can find no moorland. No, just let me go on top. You can find no place called moorland. More language.
Yes.
Yet you have more town.
Maroon town.
That is you know, listen to me. Moor town is what the Spanish call the place. Remember, you know, more is what they call you. It's not who you are. If them call it donkey, answer to donkey, they're not drunk.
Oh, mighty God. Mighty God.
So two of them call you donkey, I can tell you pretty so we are donkeys.
But I was excellent.
Where is the root of let us stop that. Where is the root of the Moorish civilization that they talk about? Where did it come from?
Oh Jesus. You know that
because we can identify who are the people who invaded Spain. Because they built a university and that university has a curriculum. And the origin of that curriculum is Ghana. The University of Guinea. It's not Morocco.
Are we gonna
excellency. Excellency.
No, listen up.
Somebody
hold on.
To reply.
Hold on. All right, Willie, I'm going to get back to His Excellency. I know that you're a diehard listener when it comes on to reasoning and everything. He's going to come back on the line. But Willie, you've heard what His Excellency Daniel Z. Badger just said a while ago, and you're not in agreement with what he's saying. Hold on, Daniel, let me hear what man say, and then you can't rebut it. No. Willie is a Moor, you know. Willie registers a Moor, you know, so, you know what I mean? He must defend him thing. What you say, Willie? Me hear what you say.
All right. So, what he says was not correct. If you look at the Black's Law Dictionary for the word Moor, and it's not spelled M-O-O-R. They just changed that over the time. It's M-U-U-R-S, which has to do with the land and everything that has to do with the land and the shrubs and the this and the that, all of those things that because we are people of the land.
Yeah.
So I don't know where Basra gets his information.
All right. Hold on, Willie. That is your.
Hold on. Which land?
Yeah, because I want to ask Willie which land he's talking about.
Which land? Land is land, brother. The earth, land. The earth, land.
Yeah, but Willie.
In which language? In which language?
Huh?
In which language?
What do you mean in which language?
The word more that you talking about in the Black's Law Dictionary. In which language that
I don't remember at this time what language I was prepared for this scholarly discussion, so I did not do any research.
Yeah, well, Willie, if you're going to walk around with that identification, say you're a Moor, Willie. Come on.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell you. What dictionary,
not a matter of dictionary.
This one trying to convince my child and cannot give him clarity. And you people are part of the problem. Disillusioned.
No, I'm not really not about to
Hold on. If your reference point, hold on.
Yeah.
If your reference point for who you are It's a white created book called the Black Law Dictionary. You are playing monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, but away from that, really, as we said, when you go over to Richard Curry Instagram page.
Let me show you something. I just went on DuckDuckGo. Just for the sake of
yes.
Moors, MUURS,
Yes.
the original human. The original human.
Yes.
Hear what she's saying. Why does your reference point have to be something that your oppressor created? Can't you find a reference point that belongs to you, created by you? That if you can't find a reference point,
I think that what you're saying is absolutely redundant. Because what you mean created? Look, all of us have inherited a bit of history. People have written history in books. People have kept records in books. All that we know, when that did not actually from a born and experience, we have to take from a third party where we're relying on somebody.
Lie. Because when I want to know about my Ashanti culture, there's a whole culture in Ghana. Continuity. That was never destroyed. If I want to know about Spanish cultures, you don't have to go to books. You're supposed to have a living culture. Else you're dealing with an illusion. If you cannot show your living culture, but you're dealing with an illusion.
But let me interject right here, because as the main Willie is a born son of the soil that they call Jamaica, and it's astonishing that we have brothers and sisters who walk away from their own legacy and then wrap themselves into some frolic. Let me finish. They wrap themselves into some frolic of the past that is not as just theirs. Because when I see Richard Curry change Maroon into Moore, that is going way back into history. We want to deal with the present now. It was the Maroons who beated the English.
Hold on there, my brother. Look at it this way. If you're going to say you're a Moor, where is the origin? I take you back now. I can show you a broken culture. When you say you're a Moor, where's the point?
Morocco. They say that Morocco is theirs.
No, Morocco is a 1930s creation. Because when they talk about Hannibal, they don't say Hannibal of Morocco. They say Hannibal of Carthage, because the place was called Carthage. Do you understand this? When the Africans invaded, the army was not put together by Hannibal. It was a Central West African army. We simply use Morocco geographically the nearest place.
But why I called also, because we don't want to nail Willie to the cross. It's not quite Easter yet. Let him. I know. But let us. I was asking Willie about this tape by Queen Africa. People are saying that she's going crazy and possessed by ancestors. I don't know, but she said that she has made a pact between Richard Curry and Buju Banton not to tell the people nothing. What's that about, Daniel? What is the secret?
See, here you being difficult with me now. Yeah. My name is not Buju Banton. Nor am I a coach.
So
I am not a coach. I'm a Donny and Buju Banton.
Yes, sir.
You can ask me that.
Wow. But
all I am saying is that, hold on, the real point is, all these people claiming to be Moors, them grandmother never teach them that in somewhere them read that, notice everywhere you cannot find an African piece of literature with that word. So how you going to claim it as African? Show me the part, show me where in an African culture, show me in an African culture where you can find that word as a root term.
I've just found something, Willie, and I hope Willie is still with us, right, Willie?
Man.
Yeah, Willie, do you know there's a part here that's telling us that the Moors were actually the ones who was on the ship, the Saint, I can't remember the name from Christopher Columbus' time, and that the Moors are a dealer within the enemy as to foreign. That's why the corporation register some of their documents, because they have compromised the liberty of all for their own safety. You buy into that, Willie, that the Moors are a bunch of sellout?
I'm sorry, just repeat your question again. I'm sorry.
They're saying that the Moors are the sellout to the nation. In other words, just like how you have Nation of Islam out there, it's not representing us as a nation, but it's a religious, watered-down version of what they have given to our people. Do you believe that Moors are sellout for their own benefits? That's why they're trying.
I will ask you a question with a question. Do you believe that the Maroons are the ones who are marooned in and they sold out their brothers and sisters? Do you believe that? Let me tell you something.
That's a lie.
Let the man say, Daniel. I mean, Willie, let him answer the question. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Me answer. Because the only place to have it to say that Maroon sell out is the damn so-called treaty that the white people give that says the Maroons will agree to catch slaves. You have no records of Maroons catching slaves. You have no slave telling some great grandfather did get caught by Maroon. Again, monkey see, monkey do.
Jesus, peace, mighty God. I'm sure, Willie, was it when you left the soil of Jamaica you heard about Moors, or did you hear about your grandmother told you about Moors, Willie?
The Moors.
Yeah, I'm asking. No, I'm asking. Did you hear it in Jamaica, where you're born, or is when you travel overseas? You know, you got.
Yes, I did hear about Moors, Moortown.
No, hold on, Moortown.
You just said
not a parish.
Where's the origin of the people called Moors? Where's their geographical point of origin? Where them come from? Where them spring from?
West Africa.
West Africa.
But did they come from West Africa? Listen up. The oldest university in Europe was built by the so-called the Africans who invaded that the Europeans call Moors. Because remember, we invaded Spain, and the Spanish word for black in the derogatory Castellano is Moro. We're following them. So where is the point? If the University of Salamanca is the first university in Europe by the invaders, and if you want to know who their culture is, go and look. The curriculum tells you. The curriculum from the university is copied from the University of Guinea in Ghana. There's nowhere in West Africa you ever hear about no more. Everybody have all kind of name. Ashanti, Akayemi, Fante, all of that. You don't hear no more.
So where did the word Moortown come from? Answer that question.
Remember, you can say again. Where the word St. Elizabeth come from?
Oh, Jesus. St. Anne's and St. Mary. Jesus Christ.
That being difficult. No black people didn't need place. As a matter of fact, all of the Maroon towns, listen up. We're going to call Scots Hall. You think we would have didn't Scott Hall? Who gave these places name?
Scott.
We call it His white man in plate in his map gave it white names.
Scott. St. Catherine. St. Catherine.
So Moortown was basically them saying, I want to place up this way where black people live. Because their word for black was Moro. Want to go on like on the done.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to get Dr. Chensi on the line because we also looking at what transpired at the University of the West Indies also this weekend, people. And we see a bunch of old head gathering looking at pictures. I believe that these sentiments need to be eradicated because it gives no credence to the battle at hand right now. With so much ignorancy perpetrating or main brain. Whereas you just heard a while ago the clarification of even the acronym or the appellation of more that is been going on. There's a lot of things that need yes.
Yeah, guys, they cannot find a root culture and show me say in this culture in Africa, these people call themselves Moors. Where? Because the Moroccans don't call themselves Moors. Here's a joke. You claim in Morocco. And the damn Moroccans don't call themselves that.
No, but
because here we must understand. Yes. Hold on, here we must understand. When the Africans invaded in 1780, there was no Arabs in North Africa. So how come? At what point did the Arabs come to North Africa? Because when we were invaded, they were not there. When I take this for a joke, someone forget. Hey. When I play with my children in the future, I think this is a joke.
Yes, sir.
For new culture smart. Hey.
It is.
Because our idea of looking like we're right is to repeat something that concurs with the bullshit that the white people have us repeating.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Willie is a bit silent as a Moor this morning. I thought Willie would have come out, but
I'm gonna be like Basra and go with the old marketplace.
No, just express yourself.
I am not this person.
Gentleman, hold a bit. Mark Renaissance.
Hold on. I'm on another call. Hold on, that's come back.
Call me back. Yes. Yes, Mark.
This is where we feel as a people. Now, here's what the issue is.
Yes.
Right. We are too busy trying to make them like us. Meaning,
oh Lord.
Hold on. You thought me I behave like a market person. You forget the buckler out of war. Kill white people.
And we just celebrated it.
Anybody who don't ready to defend it like me, they just are the sellout who trying to be, okay, I won't be, you're not ready to kill for this. Right.
Yeah, you're gonna die for it then. But I on a note, Willie just said a while ago that he's trying to not go into that that lion mood this morning. But it is not a pussycat gathering, Willie. It is a lion pack. And we are discussing issues that is very concerning as to, we are seeing where the more... Hold on.
It's about time we mature and grow up, right? And if we're going to have some reasoning, people have to listen to each other and then they counteract with their argument. If a man go just jump down your throat and annoys you, that's not reason. That's all marketing.
Chop off your head.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, me not listen to your bullshit that you can't defend.
Oh,
chop off your head.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's say this is a joke. Okay, let me give you my highest level of articulation then, brother.
Yes.
If one expects to raise vertically skywards, it will inevitably gravitate towards your ophthalmic organ.
Smoke too much bush
in the sky. Keep spitting in the sky and it's going to fall in your damn face.
All right, but Excellency.
Excellent. The bush weed. The bush weed make on go some mad and you can't reason.
Well, hold on, Willie.
Hold on a minute. Let me ask you. Have you presented any level of articulation and crime to the world as much as Dante Quadro?
Intelligent man, you're supposed to know of a reason. Listen where you bring violence in a little conversation.
I am not reasoning. I'm defending my history and my culture of my life.
Daniel.
Not a reasoning.
Yeah, but hold on.
Shit out with people like you, what it is, because you cannot even reason with people without bringing in violence.
Yeah, but Willie.
Hold on. Wait, no. Hold on. How did he?
Back off with the little nastiness, brother. Don't bring your nastiness, yourself. Back off with that. You need to have respect.
The market man come out now, you're drunk, yeah? The market man will come out when it attack your own.
Look at Baxi boy and come go on like
say, hold on there. Yes. Willie, it is quite obvious that there was a bit of pretentious a while ago because here those derogatory language coming out of your Christian mouth. It is rather no, but Willie, I know that. No, but you and in
man them afraid for going anywhere and Tivoli man them.
Yeah, but Willie.
But I tell you about Tivoli man. I seem I went them to adjust it.
You know, that's some about you don't know about list of man. Shut your mouth.
You can't intimidate me.
No, sir.
A Wednesday night, I don't Tivoli don't Justin birthday party.
You come with the bullshit. You can't read. You don't come with the reason. You come with your liquor eat.
No, but I was not attacking you personally. I was attacking a lie. You cannot stop a lie against the people. Well, if a man call you a child molester, you know, defend it very vociferously.
Yes.
So in spreading a lie on my culture, when Ethiopians came and tried to invade, when the Italians tried to invade Ethiopia, what did the Italians do?
They had
kill them.
They had to massacre them.
So this is what I'm saying to you, Willie. When it comes, you need to put into context the fact that this man is defending his culture. And there's only one way to defend your culture.
If we are reason, we take turn and make a point. Don't bring in no violence.
No, but hold on.
I'll agree with you, brother, but let us bear this in mind.
There is
Hold on, Willie. We are.
Hold on, silence. Yo, gentlemen, silence. Because we're being joined by the international community. Mark is in the wings, Mimi. Prime Minister is here. And of course, Willie and Daniel. Daniel, you will allow Willie to exercise his right to speak. And Willie, you will allow the rest of the panel to exercise their right to speak. So, Willie, Daniel has exit from it. Prime Minister, Grand Rising, how are you doing, sir?
Grand Rising, peace and paradise. Grass Gadites and blessed give thanks.
Yes, we are, as I just said a while ago, there's a few things on the desk this morning, one in particular, because I know yourself also recognize the Moorish movement, the empire, and Willie also. And we are sharing a very grave concern because we see a bit of action going over on the page where Richard Curry has changed the appellation from Maroon to Moors. And it's a concern because the Moors was not...
Excuse me, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes.
A second, please.
Yes, sir.
This is news to me. This is my first time hearing about this, so I'm afraid.
Yes, sir.
Really take it apart. Where's is it officially done that?
Yes, the appellation of Moors is up on his Instagram page right now, not Maroon. And our people are asking when this transaction took place because, this derailed progress of 285 years in the making. And we're saying our grandmother really...
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're actually saying right now. It doesn't mean like they didn't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
If they mention Moors, I've been saying this to you for over a period of years now, God, that Maroon means Moors in the island. Right? So you want me know. There is not a document out there where give Maroon what them entitled to, like the Moorish divine have a national movement, have a legal plan for the Moors.
Yes.
You get to me and say, and Moors, which we know, Maroon is Moors and Moors is Maroon. You know what I mean?
What we're trying to put forth. Hold on. What we're trying to say is, in our liberty, when it comes on to our revolution that we have fought, I came to America and I heard about the Moors. I saw clippings of what the Moors, and I spoke to yourself and about the Moors. But my true king, as far as my lineage, is Maroon. Now, I have never seen the Moors in America put up Maroon Moors. But when it's down in Jamaica now, hold on now. When it's in Jamaica now, yes, sir.
You say you never seen. Hold on. We stop right after that. We don't need to be like Prophet Nobudrali was ascended by Marcus Messiah God.
Who is a Maroon? Who is a Maroon?
Hold on, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm gonna say this to you again.
Yeah.
This is the Maroon agenda, and it's no compromise. Once again, this is the Maroon agenda, and this is no compromise. We are not here trying to gain audience or to...
We're talking about righteousness. What is right?
Hold on, Rasgadites. Remember, this is Minister B.
Yes, sir. Remember, it's Rasgadites
Hold on. That a Maroon from Jamaica left and go to America, and as an activist for the Maroon, these people don't know that I was the first undercover Maroon in the United States of America to actually investigate the intelligibility of concept by means of rational arguments, what taking place with us. Why can't we have a document to represent us? I actually found a brother named Kadeem Ali. He introduced me to Sheriff Nine Feathers. Sheriff Nine Feathers have this document, which is the most defined national movement document, which is called the MATD. I said, I need a document for my Maroon people in Jamaica, because that's what I was actually working for and actually fighting for. Not for a way of making myself be known or making money, but to find a way of giving my people what they really need. Since they killed my granduncle, since he offered nationality, which is Donald Trump, he offered nationality to his people and said that the value of the country is the people, not the money. Now listen to me. We speak many different languages around the world, and we know that we are the primogenitors. We are first in line for the inheritance of this estate. Nobody can fool us on that. We know that Mama Nanny chop off head to make sure send a boy and a ram and them see it. Yes, for sure. But what are her children doing, our sons doing today? Prophet Noble Joel said, take what I give to you and make it better. So watch this now. He say if Curry realize Maroon no have no say due to the de facto government.
Yeah, him can't compromise it. Him need to compromise it. Him go sell out. Him go turn a little batty fish. Yeah, that the Moors, the Moors come to America, come turn house nigga and kiss the white man ass. And when them kiss the white man ass, them tell us the best thing that's round here, so.
Listen to me, no ass kissing no in
then that a go on. And if you're a batty boy, you're not change. If you are change your appellation to suit the next boy, that means you sell out.
So hold on now.
Yeah.
So what you gonna say to I is that me will highlight the Moorish divine and national movement.
Yeah, but you accept your Maroon dignity first.
Hold on.
Yes, I.
Hold on, God, it's a talk. You make it sound like I'm me do all these things.
No, sir.
We've been always having conversation on the radio long before Curry existed.
Long before. And that's why we're not gonna make them change the story.
Listen, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming from in Westmoreland, me there right now.
Okay. West of the Maroon land.
You see what I say? This is Ras Moore's Island. When you talk about this
King Solomon grave, King Solomon grave. And we are the Maroon who defend it. Yeah.
What's
King Solomon grave?
What was the original?
His Imperial Majesty grandfather grave you stand up on, Rasta. Yeah. And that's how the burying ground of King Solomon. Don't get it twisted. 144 square miles. Just like your DNA.
Okay, alright. So check this out now. Alright. Let's put aside what Curry did.
Yeah.
And let's take into
high treason. Treason him commit. Him commit treason.
Hold on, God.
Punishable by death. Yes,
hold on, listen to me. Let's take into consideration what I did.
Yes, sir.
Because until now, I've not heard any radio programs that is actually saying that we have a Jamaican Maroon that go America.
Jamaica? No, we're not a Jamaican Maroon. We have a Maroon Jamaican.
However you want to put it.
And that me I do it right where I do it. No ass, no cat before the ass, Rasta.
Well, listen. However you wanna put it.
Yeah.
It's I just wanna know that we are saying the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Which we are the Maroons.
I have traveled. Gadites?
Yes, sir.
I know you have been doing radio show for a long time.
No, you've been living a Maroon. No, show this. A life. This are the international grand rising.
Why you want quarrel, brother? You run it with. Listen, what
no, we not make you talk no bullshit this morning. You clean out all I wax out of your ears and deal with righteousness. No. About the word me I said, Lord. Don't get offended.
Listen to me, you know.
Yes, sir.
Don't make it clear, man. And don't drift from the point that we're trying to make here, brother.
Yeah, man. Say nothing to me. What you saying, my lord?
Because you have been doing radio long before I
31 years.
Before I come in conversation with you, right?
Yes, I am.
Right. when I approach your radio station,
yes, sir.
What make I approach your radio, or what give me the cause to approach your radio station?
The Maroon agenda. The Maroon agenda from day one, and that's that we've have a show name, the Maroon agenda.
When did that show start?
We have to go back in our archives.
Oh, did you know that we actually have been having conversation long before the Maroon agenda? Sure.
And the purpose of what you're getting at, because this morning we're doing a cornmeal porridge, a plant porridge we're dealing with. Yeah.
I want to get this straight, you know, because I want to know how long now since you are representing Maroon.
Yes.
Come tell me.
I represent Maroon from St. Mary, Mad. From born out of my mother. I represent Maroon. I'm born a Maroon.
All right, my brother.
Yes, sir. I don't know nothing near Moors. Nothing near Moors to me. Moors is a bunch of sellout people.
Well, all right. So you say me a sellout?
No, me I said the appellation.
No, if you say Moors, that's sellout.
But you're no Moors. You're no Moors. You're no Moors, King.
So why me have a Moorish American travel?
No, you have documents for the Moors, but he's not a Moors. He's a Maroon. Me personally see you get a document for Maroon. You can't tell me nothing. Me know you like a book.
You know me like a book?
No, you mean that me know you like a book, family. I'm my brother. Me know you like a book. Me take care of you like a son. And you take care of me like a son. That's how we deal with things, Maroon things. So don't come on with the Moors thing.
You're not talking the righteous thing, man. Because
you know what
me, I know me.
Yes, man.
Just you know me like a book. And until today, you still can't have a conversation with me.
We not no. Anytime there's a reasoning. Me and you always have reasoning. We can't have convo. No, don't try stop it. Don't try stop it.
And you always have to try stop me.
No.
When we are confused.
No.
So why? So you know.
Because you see, no, anytime we not reason on a level, it's not there, my lad. We not going at that, my lad. Me simply talk about Moors and Maroon. If you're not Maroon, my lad, if you're not Maroon, my lad, I'm Moors.
All my 14 years America.
Yes, sir.
All my 14 years America.
Yes, sir.
Maroon village. And nobody never mentioned Southeastern Westmoreland constituency as a Maroon village until I did.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I have a document, a Moorish American travel document.
Yes.
For each and every one of my brothers to help them. Not to sell them an ID and tell them this is the document they need for you they have and trying to take
a $6,000 shirt 9 feathers tell me for a MacD. $6,000 US.
So well answer, brother, you know Maroon.
$6,000 US. And my Maroon ID I go for 500 and tell look a cheap ass mother's con don't want to buy that. Them brother go buy Maroon for 6,000. And the Maroon more thing what them I deal with is not authentic like the Maroon. Cause more them know with nothing around here.
So you are saying because of the MacD you're not getting enough sale for the Maroon?
I know sale we look for, my lad. MacD's is a sucking thing, you know. So with 9 feathers I do at China. 9 feathers start up nearly 5 companies stint him got China. Him not give no youth over America. I laugh off for the youth them over here. So Marcus Garvey are the king. You think of blood clamors. Juali are the king. And Marcus Garvey are the king. But Juali go and turn it in our business.
God,
yes,
can
man.
I say a question, my brother?
Yeah, what question?
Does the Moors have a treaty? Like the Maroons have a treaty? Do they have a treaty?
The Moors have no fight for nothing. Now Christopher Columbus bring come sell out the people around here. So
yes, the Moors have a treaty.
The Moors treaty no word nothing. The Moors treaty no word nothing.
We have a conversation.
400 years.
My lad, the Moors treaty no word nothing right here now. Nothing in our words.
Welcome up on the Canadian website. You will never see Maroon.
Oh, you mean the more sell out to the corporation? You're not gonna see them all about. It's a bunch of pirate them are traitors. Traitors them king. Them compromise Marcus Garvey mission.
Me tell you already, so we have to find Uncle King George, you know, and me tell you, so we have to find Uncle King George among ourselves.
Yes.
This is I, self-law and master. So you see, if you don't look within yourself, you can't find the enemy, you know.
Yeah, but you have to respect the ancestors them. Respect the ancestors them. The ancestors them fight for us.
We are our ancestors. We are our
But ancestors never name Moors, my lad.
We are. You don't know the name of all our ancestors.
My lad, the onset, the only time I see Moors come up anytime them say them come over with Christopher Columbus on the boat. Come show Columbus our empire.
That's the reason why I know that man has limit. I'm a master. I'm not a man. I'm a master. Because master has no limit. Because if you can't accept that we are the great and holy royal American Moors, then you won't accept that we have
No. Me not denounce none.
I'm not. We're not forced. We're not forced.
I mean, no problem with Richard. I put a Moors on it, but Richard disrespect with legacy. I put Moors before Maroon. You idiot. You want the real revolution boss round ya? Some boy don't know what they play with. Some boy don't know say word, sound, and power. We get you taken out.
You what? Me have some. Look here now. Me have some egg figure.
Yeah, man.
Right now.
Yes, sir.
Them drop and mash. And
don't make them mash, man. Yeah, man. A Dolly house, man, them compromise the thing too much, man. And sell out because them want spoils and benefit, king. Idiot thing that can't work. Have to jump off of the line. Daniel Z. Badger jump off. Prime Minister. Willie, if you have to jump off, let me know. Come here, call the doctor. But you're not a jump off person.
Man, go and listen to the madness.
I know madness, Willie. It's not madness.
Yes, let me tell you something. Let me say something.
Yes, sir.
The white man, the Europeans, they come here and they talk about the land and them set up them thing and then rule us for the past nearly 200 years under the biggest fraud that mankind has ever been under.
Yes.
It's been exposed now. Millions, it's spreading like wildfire. People are realizing the fraud and getting out of the fraud. Right?
Yeah, all at the back.
The Chinaman now.
Yes.
You must prepare everybody in a day. You must prepare to take over what China from the white man now. You see, we as African descendant people, you know what we're doing? We're busy dividing and conquering and destroying each other. That's all we're good for.
All right.
We are going to be the Chinaman. Hold on. We are going to be under the Chinaman and the European them for the next 200 years. You know why? We don't know what is unity. Look at what we're spending time doing. We're spending time criticizing each other, and when you look at our skin color and our roots, we're under oppression by the Europeans and the white and the slave. Moors, what are man?
Yes.
When you're whether you're Moors or you want to call yourself Maroon or whatever, African, all these people were under the oppression and destroyed by psychologically, emotionally, physically by the Europeans. We have no time to spend this ourselves and talk about me and this and that.
Willie, if your life means something, so you'll take time and study it. Mark the Renaissance man is just joining us. Mark Wagwan, you don't know you're still in a bit of sad time, but you don't know. Me see you put a lot of cultural value to the surroundings. How are you?
Why? When you're sad, you have to still have to walk. You have to be there.
Yeah, man.
You still have to eat food.
You
understand? So we can't really be distracted with sadness and everything. It's part of life.
Mama.
But just picking up on what I just heard a while ago. I like the talk by Willie because we have been distracted by the divisions among us. We now focus on our common agenda and our common trajectory. We're too focused on names, and although name has its importance, we are under oppression 24/7 by forces that do not care about us, and we have to come together and figure out a way to empower ourselves by even using their own diabolical ways that have kept them in power for so long to change the course of our country. And that is what we need to focus on.
All right.
Find common ground.
Yes.
And execute.
Well, listen to me. And I share all of those sentiments that you and Willie talk about, but we have to separate the wheat from the thorn. We have to separate the wool from the sheep right now. This inclusion thing where Martin Luther King saying bring our people in the burning building, it's the biggest destruction, because guess what now? you get up and praise the wrong things. You get up and call it the wrong name. The reason why I call this morning is I see where you have always been a cultural person, Mark. But I seen where our Kumina, the ancestors, them come for you whether you like it or not. You are a Maroon. That is even more prominent since your mama transcended, because fear spirit are gonna be 10 times upon you as a leader. I see where we have our Maroon legacy being wiped out by a name change more down at Jamaica right now. Richard Curry has stopped using the word Maroon on his Instagram page and start use more. What you are saying that is not significant? Would you say that the name change is not significant?
It is very significant, and it's significant in the context of the historical value of the Maroon nation to the world.
Yes.
Moors, the Moors is a more African thing what they might pick up, where they're trying to include that in our struggle. Now, the struggle we've had here in Jamaica is, in a sense, universal, but we had our own brand of issues that we had to deal with. I couldn't understand it. I mean, I've even seen the dress code up there. So maybe it's more financially advantageous to have that.
Now you're licking the nail. Now you're licking the nail in the head. Because the reason why enough of them people here about out Moors is because they might get some corporation help financially. Because the legacy of the Maroon is too real and too ferocious for the enemy to water it down, you know. So
Guess
what they're hold on.
If Moors was a factor before,
yes,
it would have been mentioned before he became chief, so others would have known.
That's what I'm saying, and no.
That was not mentioned. Just like Andrew Holness come with NIDS. When Andrew run for he made no mention of NIDS, but he made mention of a fixed election date, which we have not had. We don't mention about that. So it looked like a bait and switch.
Compromise.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on there, Bridget. But you know something? We have to really focus on what is going on in our country, but try to fix that. Now this more thing, I don't understand it.
No, but hold on. Mark, you have seen the tape that Queen Ifrica sent out, right?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
All right, Willie, have seen that tape. Now you see this name change that Curry is doing right now. It is going to set back our legitimacy, because we are giving our power over to a different mind frame. The Moors them don't believe what we believe, you know.
Let me ask you something, guys.
Yes.
Are you saying that Curry initially is changing the name from Maroon to Moors? Is that what you're saying?
Go over to his Instagram page and you will see it. Go over.
So what's the rationale? What's the rationale?
Because he's being influenced by others outside of our culture. Others outside of our...
Hey, Rasgadas.
Yes, sir.
Rasgadas, you know, so I went to the Maroon celebration scene and I met Curry.
Yes, sir.
And yes, I think I saw a picture of me and Queen Africa because we did the Maroon, the cockpit march.
Yes.
On Garden Town. I didn't see Curry there, but he probably wasn't a man who about them time there. I was known. But when I went there, I said, listen, man, I need to speak with you about some issues concerning our people. The museum that you have there now, which needs to be updated, brought in other more artifacts, so it can be a viable way of income generation for the museum. And he gave his number. I call a man from this till now.
He doesn't answer his phone. Richard Curry does not answer his phone.
Hold on, boss. And the man, him give me the number.
Yes, sir.
He give me the number. When I call the man, I sent him a lot of material that might be relevant to what we're talking about. I know some don't waste time, see? So the next time I got a hold of him, I called and they declined the call, whoever declined the call. And then it's like an automated thing comes up.
Yes.
How are you today? Can I help you? How can we help you today? I send the man information. Whoever the hell answer the rated phone, send the man information on the thing. I'll know me not hear no feedback from him. Don't know what I want to say. So it's apparently the people who are dealing with the money with them and them. Him good. Him not deal with nobody else.
Richard
I
is
don't want
not
to hear nothing
Richard.
because he might be my own agenda.
The more,
you know, I try to come in there. I try to come in there objective about it. And when people are talk about him and say, boy, I'm this and that, I try to come in there and find out for myself what go on. I've even said some things. I've even said some things which I kind of took back because I said it in just from looking on how he behave.
Yeah.
I thought the man initially was a poser. He's not posing and go on and hope a little, you know, like I create an impression. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look on work. No look on one man a pose. More of the work you deal with. So I didn't really see that yet. See? So I try to get to know the man so I can figure out how I can be of assistance. I not look for nothing, grass growers. I know I'm not for nothing from nobody. See?
You want accountability, a leadership where deal. You think of your personal business this way. A Maroon business is not a personal thing. Our
Absolutely.
thing. Our people thing.
Right. So I have not heard anything back from him on it. I'm not run a guy for nothing, because like I said, I have my own Jamaica thing right.
But hold on. The word Moors, Willie. Listen what his meaning of Moor is. Maroon, objective, order, republic, state. Them thing there some Willie Lynch thing he might come up with.
I him come with that version.
The boy are upon some Bakra Massa enslavement thing with I people.
Brethren, the Moors, in my land in Moors, because the Moors, they pretty much conquered the whole of Europe. See? He might try marry that equity, marry that with our equity, which was a separate thing.
It wasn't about conquering. Listen to me. What the word maroon means, Cimarron, it means wild and tame. Now, if we were ruling Spain for 900 years, me keep telling some people say don't run to the crowd, you know, because I whole heap of cliff when I go jump off over there. So we were ruling Spain for 900 years, right? The word acronym, the words maroon, it means wild and untamed. We say undomesticated because it's better than saying he's a man, because black don't have no status. Now, our understanding of the Moors is that because of the oppressors' broken language, because we don't speak broken language. Twa is not a broken language. They call it patois, but it's twa or twi is the pronunciation of the word. Now, if they mispronounce the word maroon and call it Moors, why we? Moors no mean nothing in another dictionary. Willie send me a thing. Hold on there. Because Willie send me a thing about what I'm reading in the thing here. What him say Moors mean. Listen what it says. Egypt was the capital of the world. No way no name Egypt. I lie that. There is no place called Egypt on this planet Earth. It's a misconception of the oppressors. In fact, the Pharaoh gave the ancient Moabites Moabites. That is where they gone with the word now, we're not king. Moabite. What is a Moabite, Willie? These are.
What do you mean? What is a Moabite? Now the people them from the land of during the time of Pharaoh's, man.
All right. Do you know that the Arab them? Do you know that the Arab them have more attachment to more than we, the nine eaters, the real dark-skinned people them? And the Arabs is not the real true people them?
No, they're not. Most of the Arabs them come across. Most of them Arabs are talk about come across from India and all them places, and they used to trade with the black Africans.
Bunch
right?
That's
why you find the different look of the people in North Africa.
Daniel,
they came into Black Africa as traders. It was a trade against the Black Africans. You understand?
Hold on, Daniel is back on the line because I like when Daniel is on the line because he might talk but true some man not take the teachings properly. Me have to get him back on the line. Willie jump gone. Who is the Morebites? His Excellency.
I do not do European mythology.
Okay.
That's European mythology out of the mythological book called the Christian Bible. I don't know.
Thank you. Mark, same share a concern about the name change to Excellency, because I'm explaining to that if we change from Maroon and put Moors as our appellation, and hear what the man say, is Moors mean? His Moors mean it mean Maroon, objective order, republic state. That is what the Moors mean. So my thing
look like
is
a portrait. Look like a portrait. Am I right? Write some poetry that.
Yo,
because that have nothing to do with where I deal with.
In none of our history, in none of our storybook, my grandfather and grandmother never tell me not Moors. The only time he heard about Moors.
In fact, it's actually quite destructive because you're sending mixed messages to our people, and it's really not at this time. It's not the way to go. You know. But
again, we have unequivocal evidence of who we are. Now look at it this way. When I asked them where's the origin of the word Moor, notice what he said. He says the Black's Law Dictionary. That means his point of origin, the furthest back he can go,
is the Black's Law Dictionary.
Is a white man's book. Is a white man's book. He can show these people calling themselves Moors can show no historical continuity. It's just a pop-up out of nowhere. All that is happening is that they're copying the white man, the same way the white man just place himself in their history. It's a set thing they're doing, they just pop up.
Right now, a pure sermon, a sermon I go on, a pure sermon I go on.
Again, I ask the question, see if you get right, or a cerebellum. We would ask first and foremost, how the Arabs, at what point, notice in the history, they don't tell you, you never hear about the African invasion of North Africa. They never tell you who was the Arab general, who was the African general, and how did the war go that ended up with the Arabs all over North Africa. Because in 710, when we were invading, they were not there. When we came across, Carter had us. Because you know, Moor is Morocco. And I'm saying to him, the place Morocco is a 1920 creation. Before that, the place, during the history, when we invaded, it was called, you notice that they never speak of Hannibal the Moor, they say Hannibal of Carthage. That Carthage is an English extrapolation of the African name for the place, which was Carta Hadas. So there were no Muslims there when Hannibal never mustered an army. That army came out of Central West Africa. We only came across and invaded Europe across what they now call Morocco, because geographically it is the closest point between Africa and Europe.
Thank you.
If Libya was closer, we would have invaded across Libya. You understand me? If Egypt was closer, we would have invaded across Egypt. But Morocco is 20 miles. You understand me? You can swim it. I have been to Spain. I've taken a boat across to Marrakesh, spend the day smoking a whole weed and take the boat come back to Spain. It's the closest point. You can see it across the waters.
So now, look at
yeah.
Bridgens, hold on. I have to go run. Look at I collect signature for the Up Jamaica movement, so we can.
What is the Up Jamaica movement? What is the Up Jamaica movement? Give me a small run before you go.
Up Jamaica movement is a new going towards a republic where we empower people in their own constituency to bring their people to serve them. We don't provide candidates to people; they provide candidates to us. We finance them, and that's what I deal with. So it's a more inclusive situation. Once we have the mandate from the Jamaican people, everybody will be included in the context of our development as a country, including all the Maroon people. Everything's gonna change. We now go upon the same old colonial system, Virgin. We are designing a Jamaica for us, and that is how it's gonna work.
Good luck, Mark. Good luck on that journey.
That's what I deal with.
I wish you all.
Me not stop till we get to that point, Virgin. I tell you, because if we don't do it now, we have to ask ourselves, who and when. All right? And if nobody answer that question there, while we argue about names and all that kind of stuff,
yes,
this is where the change is going to come into our country. See? I'm going to try the best we can to make sure that this happens in my time. See? That's what I deal with. So right now, at signature, I collect.
Yeah, good.
I go right. I go to a business place. I about 100 signature line up for me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
I do this morning.
Well, keep us abreast as to what's going on the outside, sir.
Yeah, man. Respect to all.
Yes, sir.
Look more.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Daniel, that is Mark off to get his signature. I was trying to get Dr. Chensia.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, big and serious. But also, I tried to reach out to some more brothers and sisters for, make them see the light, because I'm putting things together, When I put things together as to, one, what does this ceremonial marriage and crowning means at this crucial time with the chief of a Kongpong town?
I don't know what it's supposed to mean, because if I am crowned in Ghana as a king,
yes,
it doesn't make me a king in Jamaica.
No,
if the Ghanaians crown me a king
in Jamaica,
it does not make me a king in Jamaica. It makes me a king in Ghana.
Yes.
So if those people crowned him, then he's a king in their culture, not ours. And that is elementary. You see, but then what you find is that these people, the pretensions of intellectualism, are trying to use those pretensions,
yes,
to deceive the Jamaican people into something that they want. Now listen to this and take this into consideration. Remember, these people were brought from Africa. Their organization is a TECA.
Yes.
International Development. A TECA is a people out of Kenya. Right? Now, the Caribbean Reparations Committee brought them here along with the University of the West Indies. Now, their final, when the conference and the newspaper that the Caribbean, one of their declarations is that they must change. They're calling on the powers that need to change the false narrative of the transatlantic slave trade. But here's what's dangerous about that. Is the university and Dr. Vernon Shepherd et al. Trying to say that the only set of lies was in the slave trade? Because if you deciding to correct lie, you have to correct everything then.
Religiously, politically, educationally.
No, I'm not speaking in the context of history.
Okay.
But so much lies in history. So why you just want to correct the slave trade part? Notice, they are the Caribbean Reparations Committee. What should have been their ultimate declaration after the conference? Something on reparation. Yes. But then, because Dr. Vernon Shepherd is a historian and a functionary of the history department, they're using reparation as a face to try and recraft the history, so that them can go in the history, so them will help correct this. But they're not taking on all the history. It's okay for the establishment to tell us the lies that they have told us. For example, about the invasion of Jamaica.
Oh my God!
Right. Remember, if one go. Don't take my word for it. Just go and Google governors of Jamaica, and you'll find that around 1651, 1650 coming down, there was what you called simultaneously on the island. There was a British commander and a Spanish governor. The British did not get a governor until the Spanish left. It was organized. Remember, they're all Europeans. Me and you are brother, and some people over there have something we are going to teeth it. And we teeth in land. We're not going to fight over teeth in land. We just have a discussion on where we're going to separate the teeth in land. So nobody teaches about the Treaty of Madrid that was signed between Britain and Spain for the island of Jamaica.
So hold on. You just said a while ago I was supposed to Google it. So I am looking here at Spanish governors of Saint. These are between 1510 and 1660. The Spanish was in full control. And
yet they told us that the British took the island in 1655.
No, utter rubbish.
Right? No, go to 1651. Go all the way down to 1651. And you will see that it was simultaneously British commanders and Spanish governors on the island. Remember, Queen Isabella of Spain, right? Remember that the King of England was married to Catherine of Aragon of Spain, right?
Yes.
They had a child who was both Elizabeth of England and Isabella of Spain. But they don't teach you this. Well, so you're deceived into thinking that these people are at war with each other.
Yes.
The so-called wars between European, when they started to come into the West, is what deceives you as to the organized strategic plan to take over our culture, co-opt it, and feed us lies.
It says here that in 1655 an English force led by Admiral Sir William Penn and General Robert Venables seized the island. Following their departure, the incumbent successfully held it against Spain's attempt to retake over the next few years.
Nobody tells you that Spain, all of these things and Spain's attempt to retake that, none of this is taught. No, if Penn and Venables, the Europeans have historical war monuments everywhere.
Yes.
So, just telling me, this is how you're easily deceived. They tell you that Penn and Venables took the island. All right, which port in England did they leave from? And with how many ships? And when those ships got to Hispaniola and were unable to take the ship were sunk at sea, and exactly how did they pass and come down to Jamaica? When they came to Jamaica, what happened to the Spanish the Spanish Navy that would have been stationed in Cuba? How did they not respond? Remember, they couldn't take Hispaniola. That means they attempted. That's the story.
Yes.
So it would have meant if you didn't get it, it means you didn't even get to land. It means the ship would have been sunk at sea and you lost some of your men. When they came to Jamaica, where was the landing? Where did Penn and Venables land? And with how many ships and how many men? And where was the Battle of Jamaica? Where was their first battle? Because it didn't take place in the sky. Where on the land? Give us a geographical point of reference. They can't do none of that. All they do is give you a narrative to repeat. Like how they say, hey, diggle, diggle, the cat and the figure.
Yes.
Nobody ever explained that to repeat it. So, in the document called The Pedagogy of the Oppressed, it shows that what they give you as education is really what we call the banking concept, where a professor and or teacher will have something in his head, and his job in the classroom is to open the children's head and deposit that which is in his head into
garbage.
Just to continue.
It's
the pedagogy, the pedagogy of the oppressed. One must get that book to understand how they have deceived you. Pedagogy is the science of teaching.
It's amazing, people. You need to go on the website, as we said a while ago. You will not hear about the Spanish governors, but the English governors that have been governing from, they say here, in 1671, 1690, to 1962. We have... Yes.
They're one of the biggest parties they try to put on people. They try to make it look as if the Maroon War was a British war. It started from the Spanish, and you hear nothing about that. Remember, the word Maroon is an English extrapolation of the Spanish word cimarron.
Yes.
It means that the problem was a Spanish one initially. That's why the word cimarron it means in Spanish wild and untamed. So, since it's a Spanish issue, why am I being bombarded with years of British war and totally ignored when it comes to the 150 odd years of wars with the Spanish before that? Twice as many years.
Yes.
War with the Spanish. We hear nothing about the wars with the Spanish. So they try to make it into a British issue. And just as much as the history of Jamaica that's taught in our schools is a British history.
Yes.
And nobody hears anything about the time when the Spanish were on the island. Still Spain African trade, and they can't tell us where Spain got all the blacks that are all over Latin America, Mexico, Peru, Honduras, Brazil.
Domingo.
Where did they come from?
Yes.
Where did they come from? Since Spain didn't have an African slave trade, and Spain has never explained to the world what it did with 700 years of black men in Europe. Where are they? This is who Spain. This is Spain deposited and emptied Europe, Spain and Portugal of all the blacks after they defeated us at the Battle of Granada in 1490. Right? Columbus sailed 1492. Now, if we was ruling up to 1490, it means that Europeans had no gathering of knowledge or anything. So where did Columbus get the knowledge to sail in 1492? They just extrapolated all of that information from our libraries that we had there.
Wow. The line never ceases to amaze us right now. I'm going to go over to see if people can shed some more light, as people are sending and writing. They want to know what is the bond that the artist, the chief, and Queen Africa has made. Speculating that my writers right here, they're just asking that sort of question.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't.
No, wait, see, here's what it is.
Yes.
When you have a Maroon leader who now, let's just remember, history shows us that no people have ever been liberated by artists or entertainers. So when you have a Maroon chief whose greatest outreach is to some artists, and those are the people he confers with. He has no diplomatic connection. He has not had any diplomatic agreements with any other nation. But he's in discussion with artists. What the artists need to do is to leave that alone and go and collect their money and put a proper entertainment center in every parish and build a proper art school and reggae facility. That's what they need to do. It's their work. They're song and dance people. Listen, that's the average artist today would have been a coordinator,
a puppet,
an entertainer.
Yes, an entertainer.
Listen up. Let's remember, when Richard Curry win, he was featured at one point in many interviews. What does he? He's an entertainer. He's part of the entertainment.
No, but one would ask why. I know that Buju said that his name is Breadfruit in Maroon, French, and all of that. But why is this going on where if Gargamel loves his Maroon people, wouldn't he embrace the... Mark said a while ago, he goes as far as to go to Maroon Town and talk to Richard, and Richard don't even answer back a phone call. But yet
hold on, let's say this again.
Yes.
Buju come from Moortown. I know his family there. I can play interviews with his family, and they will say things and tell you who Buju's grandmother was and where they came from. You understand me? Why is Buju not interfacing with his point of origin in Moortown? You see, one of the things that is happening is this. There's a set of people, including entertainers and others, who all they want to know is to try and align themselves with whatever official leadership is there. They're not concerned with truth. Okay. They're concerned with strife.
Yes.
Because if Buju was really concerned about his people, he's supposed to go on Moortown. And Moortown him fair focus on.
And the mere fact that Queen Africa said that there don't needs for any more blood to be running, it says that there's something detrimental that maybe Richard and Buju have entered into agreement on behalf of the Maroons.
I'm going to do it later on today. I'll be doing a live.
Please do.
I'll be presenting a video, giving some clarity.
Yes.
But what we must look at is why exactly is it that there is this thing that you can't speak openly about it. What kind of pact was made? It means that these are people.
Yes.
In court, in law, this is called a conspiracy.
A secrecy. A secrecy.
No. It is a conspiracy. Use the proper terminology.
Conspiracy.
That's all it is. And they're in order to mask the conspiracy, they can't talk about it.
Yeah.
They will allude to things. It's just as much as when Richard Curry went to the meeting of the Global Environment Fund. When the second meeting was kept, he was not invited. And he came out to the people and said, "Oh, they kept a meeting without me." And he has not yet told the people what the meeting was about. That's a conspiracy to deceive you. Because the Global Environment was about discussing the money, see, the mining companies, etal, gives money to the UN, and then the UN passes on that money to the people whose lands they are going to mine. No, that way, when them get the money, it cannot be said it's a mine company.
Yeah, because they work through a third party.
If the UN, them get people, them can say, UN giving the money, I never Noranda, I never Ray.
Yes.
But, while doing that, Richard Curry went to the meeting not to say no mining, but the money that will be paid for mining, he wanted 2 seats on the board of the entity that was going to govern the money. So he's not about stopping the mining, he's about
the money. Wow. It's very much a concern, you know. But as she rightfully says, whatsoever is in the dark is going to come to the light. It's atrocious that at this time.
You know that last video I did, then there has been threats on my life, right?
As to
something that they
yes.
As far as I'm concerned, them feel like them have the Jamaican people deceived. So the fact that I came out and started talking about, I said what I said, it has rattled lots of bones. But because the West Indies is an arm of the government.
Yes,
it's led by the Queen, but started by the Queen.
Yes, it is.
So history shows us that there was a thing called, it's the same thing they did with Rastafari.
Yes.
The university. Remember that letter that them claim them got they claim that the university got this letter from some Rasta and demanding some help, and then Mexico took it up, and then they eventually went to Egypt, sent a delegation to Ethiopia. Up to now, find who wrote that letter. They can't know Rasta. Remember, if you was a Rasta, you write the letter, and then it leads to a visit to Haile Selassie. They'll come out and say, me write the letter down.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't find out. So go to a document, Google it while you're here and see if it's right. There's a document called Our Man in Mona. That's about the MI6.
Oh, Our Man in Mona.
Our Man in Mona. It's about the MI6 British Secret Service. People don't know there was a Rasta problem committee at the university run by the MI6. Our Man in Mona is it details a whole heap of stuff.
A conversation between Robert A. Hill. Yes, sir. We're on top of it right here. My God, people, it is getting.
No, listen to me now, Gadai. This is how you'll know who comes to bring you clarity, edification, and has possessed any degree of alacrity to lead you anywhere. They will enlighten you. Now, when you see them come and they cannot enlighten you on anything, so say, yo, go check that, and you check it, and Sister Clarity there. Ask none of them to do that, no? Ask one of them to do that.
You have a lot of
have been made on my life.
Yes.
Because, and I'm going to give further time and say, all right. As Martin, you see that I Have a Dream speech that Martin Luther King made?
Yes.
They never made the first 2 lines of that speech. You have never heard the first 2 lines of that speech. It did not start with I Have a Dream. You know what the speech started? You know what Martin Luther got on the stage and said? He said, tonight I fear no man because they are threatening his life. And he said, tonight I fear no man because longevity has its place. So if them things that are gonna make me afraid to talk out the truth. Longevity has a place.
Hold that thought, Excellency. As Excellency said, listeners, go to Our Man in Mona, and it says here, Bobby, your first accumulated and concerned discomfort with the 1960 Rastafari report put out by the University of the West Indies in 2008 at MG Smith Conference. What led you to about the reports, and what was the general reaction at the conference to your voicing them? He says, I might have started out chipping away at the mythology surrounding the University of the West Indies. The report
again, the University of the West Indies was started by the Queen and funds from her personal money. It is an arm of the government.
Yes.
So when the university are gonna keep conference up in keep reparations conference and then include it's a reparation conference, Maroons aren't demanding reparation. Or you get Maroon involved.
No, we don't want reparation.
These are arm of government that does not apparently look to be an arm of the government.
Yes.
Attempting to infiltrate and correct the narrative and manipulate the narrative.
So we have just exposed a while ago, because if these people, and of course the so-called brothers and sisters who came over, let's not say so-called, the brothers and sisters who came over from the continent and did this ceremony with Richard, they were brought by the University of West Indies, not by a Kong Pong Town or any agency that has
a reparation thing. Oh, you reach a Maroon Town.
How did you reach in?
And then now, here's the scam. Hold on now. Here's the scam. How is it that the last publication of the conference was a declaration demanding that the West change the transatlantic slave narrative? You're about reparations. Where are you attending? You're teaching me.
Yes.
These hypocrites.
Trying to change the narrative.
But under the face, them use the reparation issue to try to they say that let me say this, I come in your house. Let me say this, I come in your house, come watch TV. And when you check it out, I come there, come cook, sleep, no, I'm not turn on the TV.
No.
Because you say it's about reparation. Can they put out any publication or any meeting or any discussion of reparations?
Let me try. Dr. Chensi is trying to get me on a messenger. I can call us because she and Mama G was there also. This is a very legitimate point you're bringing up, because
and I'm saying the Africans, here's the problem. I don't want us to think the people that came are not necessarily, and I would say they are not part of that conspiracy. They deceive.
Almighty God.
These Africans came with honorable intent, but you're coming to Jamaica. If the university is ready, the doctorship and says to you, oh, you want to go to Maroon Town, and you're going to go. Then these people would not be a part of that country. There's no person. The deceivers around here that we would want to get go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what's up. When I now watch them on the because we do know that at this appropriate time it's a battlefield out there, and there's a lots and lots of avenues that we can choose to roll on. Dr. Chensia, I was looking forward to chatting with you, but we seem as if we are on the wrong page. We're also trying to see if Dr. Murdy Rowe was available, because he has been very, 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 very crucial on our platform. I'm going to see if I get Dr. Chensia on board and we can move forward. But what do you think about the changing of Maroons to the likes of More? If More is more appreciating to you, let us know. We just want to find out, are we on the right track? Are we on the right track? And with this being celebrating, I'm wondering if any of the former colonel has got an invitation to actually come on board with that ceremony. Why didn't we see him? at the chief as what Richard is crowned by right now, and we could get some more people. We've tried to reach out to the man himself. We haven't got anything from him, but we're going to continue the dialogue. We're going to continue with this move, and let's see if D is D. Wow, so much things. We're having holiday also over in the British Virgin Islands, and we may just touch base with one or two people, but the thing is the with out to them, but for right now, we're not getting the link that we need. Big up to Etta, Queen Etta over there in the British. She's having a little concern when it comes on to her son putting that out. Her son was injured, and he's in a bit of limbo when it comes on to get the money. We're going to talk about it. Big up to Mark Renaissance. He came on board, and he really said a few things that we have to take into consideration. What does this mean? It's only you alone can let us know. I wonder if Dr. Lurleen is available. She is never available on behalf of some of the links. We will call. The number to call is 260-209-8730. That's 260-209-8730, and we will definitely get you on board. As I said, all things need to be addressed, and we can only hope that we get some answers. Some of the answers that we're looking for, they're not available at my desk, but they're available outside the scope, and we will try our best to talk with all of the necessary people who can give us some leeway in it. I just want to say big up to the UK. Yeah, the UK is very much one of our link over there. Billy, Mr. Dean from the Educators Network, he's been doing great work over there. We just want to say, I wonder if we can get a report as to what is really happening when it comes on to the preparation for the Prince Charles scenario. We can touch over there, and then we may just find out if there's any plans for Prince Charles. Our numbers are 260-209-8730. It's been a while we touch base with this Maroon or Vincentian connection. Wagwan, hardworking queen, you okay?
I am okay, thank you. How are you doing?
Man, I hear that you're titivating up and everything for the big gala coming up in May. I hear that your name is on the list.
My name is on the list for May?
Yeah, I hear that Charles said that he wanted you in present and witness what is happening on the 6th of May. You're not showing up to Buckingham Palace? Mighty God. Mighty God.
Oh my goodness.
Mighty God.
I mean, the audacity,
I don't know. Why everybody...
Yeah,
talk to me.
I would not be celebrating the oppressor.
Oh my God.
At all. We know that. Plus, we have one as well, and most of them in our islands who are still following the colonist ways, the ideologies and the strategies that still implement them on us today. So slavery hasn't gone anywhere. Slavery is live and kicking and reigning.
Yeah.
So why are we supposed?
Well, they said that things is back to normal now. In especially several of the islands has gone back to church on Sunday. They've gone back to a lot of walking up, drinking rum. Nobody seems to concerned about the atrocity that's taking place around them. And I think a few of the ministers will be flying out for that cockfight in May with Charles.
And so we are still getting blindsided all the time. When are we going to wake up and learn?
Well, as long as the rum as the rum is flowing and the females are being taken advantage of and boys, nobody gives a rat ass.
But again, that is what the colonists brought to our shores, right?
Yes.
We did not have those in our... Yes, and colonization is still running things across the Antilles, the Great Antilles, the Lesser Antilles. Colonization still running things. It hasn't gone anywhere. Slavery hasn't gone anywhere. Look, they're talking about reparation. And King Charles just built a yacht for $308 million.
Oh, God.
And yet they want to give us a $7 billion reparation for getting the trillions, the quadrillions, whatever it is that they stole from our ancestors.
I don't know. I don't know who is asking for reparation.
And continue to do so now.
We don't want reparation. We want reclaiming. Reclaiming mean that all the lands, all the resources that you've robbed from us, there's not a price on it.
But that is what I was saying.
Yeah,
I've been saying this.
Yes.
We need to get our lands back first.
Yes.
Right. We have our young people killing each other, young men, young women. We have our women emasculating our men. We have our men confused, do not know what to do. We need our men to fight, our young boys to fight. There's a battle to come and we need them ready to fight instead of killing themselves with a gun. And I guess what, again, that is under colonization. Give us the gun and
yes.
So colonization is still running, regardless how we want to ignore it and lie to ourselves. It is running things. It is still there. The elite, they're sitting back and they're clapping their hands. Look how they destroy themselves. Feminism. Hell, I'm a feminist. I was born a female. I am not into feminism. Feminism, again, wasn't designed for us women of African or indigenous ancestry. It was for the white women. And now we are running with it and we are killing our men, killing our sons, our women. We're doing the same thing again. It is colonization. Give them a little bit of something and see them kill themselves.
Yes.
And that's what they want to do. We forget they want to, what they want to do? Depopulate.
Depopulation.
And we are at the forefront of that. Depopulation, yes. And we are at the forefront. We are not opening our eyes. We are not waking up to these things. Why are we so still ignorant to this day?
Well, it's the benefit of the oppressors why this continue. But seeing that we have you on the line, what's the report home? When last have you touched base home in St. Vincent to find out? Because I think it's more of a party atmosphere. They're talking about carnival now and giving a bit of spoils and benefits so you can't forget about the atrocities that the corporation is doing to our people.
Well, I understand. I'm actually having somebody I'm going to be talking to later tonight. Could keep me up to date, as I said, and I check out what is happening. And then we have all these. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'll keep on saying.
Mm-hmm.
We continue to have people, and we continue to vote people into power. They are using the colonist way still.
Yes.
Bribe. Give a little bit of this, give a little bit of leeway of this, take away that. But they're not the same colonist crap. The same laws we're using.
Hold that thought, because I have a sister. Sister Etta, I think, is it holiday over the British Virgin Islands today, Sister Etta? Grand Rising.
Yes, it is.
What are you celebrating today? The Queen's birthday or what? What holiday is it today?
That's Lavity Stout.
Oh Lord, another chance to walk up. Etta, I see where it's going. The island is getting back to normal. I have our dear sister here. She's residing in the UK, where they're almost ready. I think the digital ID is in full effect now, and she's just expressing that the colonization on the islands is rampant now because people seem like that is even the least of their concern. Etta, is colonization in full swing in the BVI?
Well, I'm not sure yet because I don't pay attention to it. I'm not sure. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't keep up with it.
But election, is there a date for election that has been called? It's my understanding that election is in the year, even though the politicians won't have any power. They just want to do this for practicing state.
Well, from what I was understood is that even if, as you say, even if they have an election,
yes,
they won't have no power.
Mm-hmm. But they're still, I hear that the billboards are up. So where's this? I don't understand this, Etta and my sister.
The billboards are up, but they're just empty. They ain't put up anything as yet.
No, but why are you going to have an election when you're going to be powerless? The governor is going to be making all the shots. This don't make sense.
It don't make sense. They're trying to fool somebody, but I don't know who they're trying to fool.
My God! And as far as
they can't have an election unless the CIO report is complete. That's what I was told.
You cannot have an election until the CIO recommendation has been completed. And one of the main recommendations is that all power be handed over to the UK Parliament to make decision on behalf of the territory.
Correct. That's correct.
And if the UK Parliament is making decisions on behalf of the territory, what use do we have politicians for then? To guide these decisions, to implement them and force feed our people? This is nasty right here.
Yeah.
But Rascadice,
yes.
You know what? I thought about this just recently.
Yes.
You want to tell me, and I want to know, okay, we know we have the English educational system and we don't look back to our motherland for that kind of stuff. We just swallow what the colonist has, fed us over the years.
Mm-hmm.
But I do often wonder, between all that, having our leaders have some common sense and having our people of these nations have some common sense to wake up and say, hold up. This is not right. We've been under the oppressor for over 400 years. Remember.
Etta is asking what leaders? What leaders are you talking about? The one who have the secret club members?
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, but not the leaders, our people. What happened to our people? What happened to our people?
They brainwash all the people. They've been feeding them nonsense.
Yes.
But what I am saying,
bribing them. So what the people are going to say if their eyes are closed to all the lies?
But no, Etta, listen me now. This is my issue and this is what gets me frustrated. It's not about closing eyes. What did our ancestors fought for?
Mm-hmm.
They fought for freedom.
No, but look at a day like this when right now Etta is celebrating a man called H. Lavity Stout who had the vision to put up an educational
I am not
institution.
Celebrating. Hello.
Yes.
I didn't say not today was the man board.
Oh Jesus. No, what I say,
I was just told that.
We recognizing a man like H. Lavity Stout who saw that self-reliance is the best way. They had to do things for themselves. And now we have leaders now who figure more or less that if they lean on the oppressor more, they will be more gracious to us. And that is not going to happen. Your enemy will always be an enemy because that's who they are.
They don't look at them as enemy.
When they came to our shores, they came with one mission and one mission only.
Yes.
Kill, steal, and destroy.
Wait, hold.
is to steal our wealth we had and to annihilate us at the same time. They never came to save us, and they would never come to save us. They would always come to
you cannot tell some of our brothers and sisters that who in the Rotary and Lions
but
Club.
It is a fact.
They don't listen to me.
Christopher Columbus, like they learned of the wealth, they learned of what we had, and they wanted. You remember Europe? They were barbarians. They were eating their sick. They were eating the less. That is the truth. They call us cannibals, but they were eating. They were cannibalists long before we did.
Right.
If we did, and I don't believe it. But what I'm saying, they came with one mission and one mission only, is to take what we had and try to wipe us out. Our ancestors were smart enough that they fought. They knew them.
Yes.
They fought. Their blood, our ancestors' blood are soaked in every Antilles. I don't hate to use the word Caribbean. Every Antilles island is soaked in our ancestors' blood. What did they fought for? And why our generation after 400 years is still failing? We haven't got the blood of our ancestors?
Nope.
Why you mean we haven't got the blood of our
I think
ancestors?
we have the blood of our
DNA.
We have the blood of our ancestors, but we're educated by the oppressors.
But we can't. So now we know that. Why are we not undoing that? We are still dancing. We're still in zoos.
Yeah, because some of our people, some of our people.
We are still in the zoo.
Yeah, but some of our people are comfortable with being the clown, because the clown come with sure food to eat. You're going to get some second-hand clothes to wear. You're going to clean the toilets. You're going to get a toilet to clean. You're going your relatives and so they'll be able to eat out of the hog pot just like you. It's better. It's better than what I'm saying.
But Rascal guys, listen up. Whose wealth it was and whose wealth it is.
Yeah, but if this is it, no.
Wealth it was and who wealth it is. So why are we still being for our wealth to this day? You want to say we don't have no brain cells, we don't wake up to this time? Here,
I don't say that you don't. Let me say something.
Well, it seems
let me hear
While we are still dancing and howling about the colonists, we have the Chinese, who is another set of colonists. We have the Arabians, who is another colonist. We have the Russian, who is and we still thinking they're gonna come to help us. They're not coming to help us. Look, today, if you guys are not opening your ears and you're not reading the news and you're not keeping abreast, they're going to dig up wherever they could find, because Europe hasn't got the wealth and the clout they have, and they're going back to Africa. They're going back to wherever they could find. They're going back to Mexico. They're going to Guatemala. They're going to Peru. They're looking for the kingdoms we had before. To what? They're going to go dig our gold and wealth we have again. Aren't we not learning? Aren't we not learning?
Hold that thought. Etta, you wanted to pitch in your 2 cents.
No, I understand her cry and her frustration that the people of this new generation has gone blind. They have no gumption because they have been put so much fear in them that if you do A, we shut you down. If you do B, we cut off your food supply and whatever. And because we refuse to, as you say, remember the hardship our ancestors worked for, the essential things that they work for is to always sustain, have food, sustain. They forget all about that. And as I tell people every day, you cannot plant a banana to grow for to not happen. Your peas today to grow tomorrow. So if we ourselves are not taking time to look at how to go back to the earth to sustain ourselves, this is the trouble we're running in, because we're dependent too much on those things of the.
Well, that is not completely correct either. I tell you why. Because Europe, where they have to come for their food, where have they been coming for other food? They've been coming for banana, mango. Where they have been coming to us. They've been
coming down in the lower Caribbean. I'm talking about here in the BVI.
Yes, but what I'm saying, we could trade with our other islands. Why are we not?
They feel better than the other islands, so that's why me and guys had this conversation many years.
Yeah, but
they keep on thinking they're better than the other islands. They're not looking at the other islands as being the helper and the keeper and the backbone.
Hold on, Willie.
Well, but that is a mistake, and that's why they have to give us shit to eat, as my mother used to say, and tell us.
Hold on. Willie has just joined us, and I think he want to chime in on the conversation, the reasoning. Willie, welcome.
This is why, as I join in this conversation, I love what the ladies are saying.
Yes.
This is exactly what we are supposed to be spending our talking about. How we as Moors, Maroons, Black people, African people can get together and save ourselves from the wrath that is to come, so to speak. Because these people want to starve us out. These people want to put us under their digital stuff. We don't have time for a fight who are Maroon and who are this and who are that. We're supposed to spend time now and focus on how we are going to trade with each other. That's exactly the kind of conversation we're supposed to be having.
Right. Exactly. But what I am saying to you guys,
one at a time.
We need to get from that. We need to pass that, because that is what the masters them do, divide them and conquer them. And we don't learn. We don't learn. We need to get away from that and mature up now and say, me, I'm a black brother, it don't matter what he want to call himself. And this man, one man I come talk about, he want to get violent because a man I say my more and one I say my Maroon. Man, do not go with that. We're never supposed to come and talk about unity like what the two sisters them are talking. Oh, we're going to trade with each other and stop eating dirty, nasty food and don't go with them digital currency and learn about Lumi and learn about all of them, the ancient Tarium and all that. And we can find out a way how we're going to build and trade with each other. That's what we're talking about. I yield.
I've been speaking about that here in this. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, what I it was sickening to the core when I saw the news some time back after the and Russian war going on, and guess where they had to. Biden was going back to the Middle East, follow his pride, but one and ask for to get oil to be sold. But the same oppressors and our governments who call themselves dictators in the Caribbean who have oil, guess what they were going to do? Guess what they're going to do? That's what they actually did. They make a deal that we still is serving our colonists oil, selling them first than for our brothers and sisters.
Securing for ourselves.
So that is what I am saying, that we, as you know that we should listen to that brother of yours in our wonderful brother who gone to the great beyond, Mr. Bob Marley, right? What he said that somewhere like everybody want to die but nobody want everybody want to go to heaven but nobody want to die. It is going to be revolution. A war is going to be end up on our doorstep whether we like it or not, and we will have to fight. Look, the whole of the OECS, nobody call it. I wish one day I could get the platform to speak to them. The OECS, over 400 years, you want to tell me all of the so-called brilliant people we have and their lawyers and their doctors and their leaders.
Man, they don't get paid out. They don't get paid out.
But hold a second. You mean to say none of them to come up that we should have our own army for the OECS, so when shit hit the fan, we could be
How much time have I talk about that? How many times I've talking about that, spoken about that?
Our young men having guns from Russia, guns from Germany, guns from United States, and killing themselves. They're laughing. They're clapping their hand. They're clapping their hand and say, "Look what we have achieved." They're killing themselves in order to train our young men that when the fight come, we're ready to fight.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. There's one country I applaud every day strongly. I applaud Jamaicans as well, but this country I applaud because one, the whites or the oppressors want to go and take back the country. that they never owned. And they made them slave, made them pay some money into their own, for their own life freedom. These people standing up as today against the oppressors from trying to take over. One, they just found out they have 2 brand new oil wells they just found in this country that could supply the whole world. They just found that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They want to take over the country now and shut down. Then people say, this ain't happening. And they're fighting no matter what, because they ain't going back into slavery under no regime, no circumstance. What they're focusing on.
Where is that? Where is that?
This is Haiti. Haiti.
But you see again with Haiti, and that's why I said as peoples of the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles, we have to go and we have to pressure our governments. Well, not even government, maybe organize ourselves like our ancestors did. Like my ancestors, the Caribs went from Dominica, St. Vincent to every part of the Greater and Lesser Antilles to fight with their brothers and sisters. So we probably need to create something like that ourselves. Haiti,
they might call you terrorists. They might call you terrorists.
Regardless to what terrorists, they brought terrorism to our show. They didn't bring when they came.
When we do it, them say we are terrorists. But when them do it, them say aid.
The savers, they are the savers.
America and same France want to go into as much as they could make it unrest. People, you open your eyes and see that as much when they go in there, they're not going in there to help Haiti. They're going in there to help themselves.
Plunder.
Yes. And we're supposed to
Loot.
We are supposed to protect. You know how vital Haiti was? Colonization, how they fought against the colonists, the French. Do you know how vital that was?
Can I get into the conversation?
Yes.
It's just this week I went to a car dealership and the young man started typing my name.
Yes.
Because he was doing an assessment on my car as a white guy. And I said, let me see if the computer typing my name in all capital letters. And the guy looked at me and him laugh. I said, yes, I know what I mean. And after he and I have some conversation about what they have done, writing our name in capital letters and turning us into a dead entity, a corporation, so that they can tax the hell out of us and subjugate us. The guy is saying he sees a lot of stuff happening right now, and all he doesn't know what to do, but all he can do now is he and his friends them are coming to that they're providing security for themselves. These are the kind of arguments people are having. And they say we don't wise up and wake up and stop the infighting among ourselves. You're in a one group, them start tear you down. You're in a this company, they start tear you down. They start a community, they start tear. Listen, as a people, we need to put aside the Bible cannot be wrong. It says any kingdom divided against itself shall never stand. But when the people are united, there is nothing that is impossible for them to accomplish. What we need as a people is to unite our efforts together and see how best we can create chapters. A chapter here, so when we live, a chapter where God is live, where you ladies live, and we'll create chapters and we'll come together as a people. We'll look out for our own security, food, etc., etc. If we don't move like that, we might as well shut up and go sit down, because what is coming on us is going to be is starvation and those things. So we have to go back to the the land.
Right now, in Mississippi, they just a law stating if a white man do a black man something, nothing going to come out of it.
But that is not new, sister. That has always been happening.
That's what I'm saying. They had changed.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that
slavery hasn't gone no way. Slavery hasn't gone
always been. Hold on. It's just if you accept you're black in the law, when you accept you're black and call yourself black, you're saying you're stateless and you're lesser be treated in the law. You'll be treated less in the law. When you call yourself white, you are privileges that they'll treat you better. That is why we need to get rid of that expression too. We're not black. If you want to say Asiatic, you say Asiatic. If you want to say maroon, you say maroon. If you want to say melanated, but never black, because black means stateless. You don't belong nowhere.
I better even say African or even Indian to write it. But never. There's no country in the world named black. And if you come from China, you're China. Come from India, you're Indian. So why the hell if you have a dark skin, them all call you black? Where in the world
No,
black?
it's supposed to be African.
No, we're African. We're the Caribbean. We are the Caribbeans.
No,
and that's why it is.
We were never the Caribbean. We were the Lexus and the Great Antilles.
No nation, no name Caribbean. No nation, Caribbean. No people, no name Caribbean. Your name must be come off of your country. If China, Chinese, India, Indian. Africa, Africans. You don't have no Caribbeans.
Carib. It's a Carib. Caribbean.
They said Caribbean.
No. I am sorry. I beginning for quite some time. I come from the island called Haruna, and that is what I do. I come from the Lesser and the Greater Antilles. That's one because that's what they met us with. The great, and guess what? The Greater and the Lesser Antilles align straight with Africa. So other than that, I hate use and I try not to use as much as possible the word Caribbean. And I am not no Carib. And I was never cannibal. It's common sense. How would Europe know about cannibal? How do they call all of a sudden talk about cannibalism in the Caribbean country when they were eating their own, waiting for somebody to die.
Drinking tea out of their own enemy's skull.
No.
Yeah.
But they were in Europe.
Yes.
They were eating their own. Why do they think they go to Africa looking for? They were looking for food. They were starving. They were hungry.
But even right now, eating it. What do you think they did with the Jews? They cook them and eat them, you know.
Yes. Exactly.
It was a eating escapade. This McDonald's and Burger King with extra beef and extra choice. But anyway,
all of that I am hearing. That's all I'm hearing. I know they're still doing that.
Willie, you see why we have to find out which tribe, which appellation you work with, because you are a whole heap of people out there, you know. Different sectors. Because this is what we have to understand now. When we reason to find out the best formula, it should not be a burden. If I realize that Willie is better at making house, I should not be envious of Willie. I am great at making car. The Maroons have been the spearhead when it comes on to the liberation in this time.
Right.
So we not disregard the rest of them, but you have to put the horse before the carriage. We are the one who make it legitimate to beat them up in this time and now. So anybody don't come size up yourself and tell me say, oh, you are this and you are that. No.
You see, God eyes. You see, that's why I say, brother, you're on a one-track thing, and we need to get off of it.
Right track, me I stay upon.
You understand, brother?
Yes, sir.
We need to look forward now, brother. With that to me, that is just, it's not going to help us as to establish who is superior, if that is what you're about.
It's not superior, it's who's willing to do, who can do the job, who can do the job.
What I would love you to bring to the table, Rascadine.
Yes.
In a time like now that is so critical, when we don't even have much time left. See, right now, me there search something, this lockdown, that lockdown, this gone bankrupt, that gone bankrupt. Everything just
I realize that the banks now are having problems. They have a lot of glitch in the system right now in the banks.
You the question.
Hold on, sister. Let me finish. Me not talk long, you know. Me just argue and chat. Let me finish. Me make my point. Our focus right now, our leadership, a program like yours that is vast and it's public should be calling the people together to say Moors, Maroons, Africans, this, that, let's talk about the Lumi. Let's talk about how we're going to unite, how we're going to trade with one another.
Right.
Can we do that? And stop the damn blasted trying to find...
On Wednesdays is when I have Lumi matters. On Wednesday I have Lumi matters. Yes, not on Monday. Monday and Tuesday.
Let me step in.
Yes.
Let me step in here, Garrett, with asking a question. Today I went to the supermarket, and as I try to get out my car, out the car to go to the supermarket. Someone stopped me and said, Miss, didn't you hear such and such in problem? And now the leader say he's sorry. Yeah, he know about it now. And they asked me what my take is on this situation with this gentleman. They've been paying $17,000 a month and for no value.
Bought the barge. My God. Just to sit down in the ocean with the ship. My God.
Right. So, if the leaders are moving in that direction, that don't show that they don't care a rat nor a cat about the people that elect them in. But now, we could say anything because the people that in power, they weren't elected into the party they're in or the government they're in. No, they put themselves in themselves. So that's a coup. That's that for me. I have no. I disregard that government. I disregard that system because they didn't put the people to the test to see who they rightfully want to manage this country. So now they bring shame by doing that, and now they have given the, as you said, precious power back over them again. My take, I don't give a hell about that. What I concern about is what we just talked about. How we can gather like minds alike to start securing food, start securing ourselves, and how to protect our
security.
Life.
Yeah.
Me don't care about them at all no more. Because I don't see shit gonna hit the fan just now.
Yes,
because if a party just gone in power just so without election, and you so that you avoid changing this law and that law, and now they're saying because you didn't change the law, you don't got no power again. And now they say no, they're putting a new election system in place and ain't ready, can't be ready in time now. So the voting system ain't gonna be no good. I don't see how they're gonna election.
You know what happened to us as people? We just want inclusion. We don't want solution, you know. We want inclusion. You see minute we have to work hard for a solution. Some of us say, no. You want yam curry goat, but you don't want kill a goat. You want yam curry goat, but you don't want kill a goat. Our people have to be this lion. Hey, the oppressors are real lions and them are jackal, you know. And they're hunting a pack, you know. But we as lion now, we so selfish, we want the whole meat to ourselves. We don't want to form a pack. Our people are suffering because of the lack of knowledge. And the knowledge is our oppressors. Our oppressors have been taughting us a lot of garbage, a lot of bull crap over the years. So you get, hey, that distract us, you know. Just the bull crap distracts us.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
you see, we have to look. That's saying our ancestors probably are rolling in their graves because they're thinking they bought us out of, regardless of what we know.
They fight for our liberty.
They sacrifice. The British, the French, they didn't win anything.
No.
That is for sure. The fact they couldn't handle us. So in the end, they try to make deals. And we know some of these deals are not true. They make them up themselves.
And
right?
We have to understand that. You see, them say if you can't catch quack or you catch a shot, I hate you as the mother, you know. And I can't get to deal with you as a mother. So you see your offspring now, I am going to do some diabolical crap. But guess what? You see, you as the offspring, you don't know me eat your mother. You think me love you. You think me your mother, so the oppressors fool us now to believe in. Man, listen to me, I am your best hope. While all that's in their intention is to manipulate you. But you can't see it. Because you tell yourself that these people are good people.
But another thing is though, we actually fail to educate our generation. We never demanded, we never took people, we never voted people who done or we let it slide because again, they give us the ding and dangle, as they said, the two little cash in front of us, and we sell out. We sell ourselves.
None of us none of us want to make the sacrifice. You know what the sacrifice is, as I tell you? When they came and tell me that, Gedites, your son have to get joke for going to high school, you know, I'm tell you, over my living body, now happen. I stand my ground. But it was just said, cousin, auntie, mother, brother, sister, uncle. These are the people who get up and call me stupid. Because guess what? You stand against the norm, the protocol. A woman alone and tell me that it's a God, I think you alone can't change the world. I say I alone can't change the world, but if I can inspire my brothers and sisters to think differently, that is my mission.
But again, you see how we got blindsided with that, because they were saying, oh, the majority of the people who are affected is of what? African American or Caribbean. And we never thought about the population situation which they have at hand.
The lie that they were telling us.
They're constantly talking about. Yes. And then we have to understand too, they're peasant. They kill off the peasants too. So if the peasants are in the process with killing off the rest of the African population, well, so be it. It's only a few, right? And we and our people as well, who have great herbal medicines over the years, we never thought to say, let's look at that side
we
instead of looking at what the white bought.
Trust the expertise. The little Rastaman come by him say, don't eat no bag of salt, it's gonna raise your blood pressure. But through him about one rasp on the head, you run him and call him dirty boy. The said Rastaman go and tell you, say, eat your green vegetables because it having more protein and better. You know, say a cow big and a be a grass in yam. No. Yeah, idiot. Our society are tricked into look at jacket and tie and pretty speakers.
Real talk.
Zine, our people, notice, everybody want to go to the university, go get all kind of scholars, but you as a little man go in a bush, go study herbs and come back out. Madman.
And guess what? And that is a lie, because guess what? I found doing my research for my ancestors, the colonists were jealous
of our
stupid. Knowledge. They
were stupid.
They actually stole.
Imbeciles.
Just recently found a ship that sank off Britain here, right?
Yes.
With exotic plants that came from where? Where did the exotic plants came from? Not India.
Somewhere in the Caribbean, somewhere in the Atlantis.
Exactly.
The breadfruit, Barbados, them find breadfruits.
It's in the during the 1700s. Where were the trading? Where were the enslaving people? Where were the trafficking during the 1700s?
No, but we understand also too that even the place that they call the UK, it was our Maroon brothers and sisters who were the nobles over there. We must not be fooled. We must not be fooled by this so-called everything that is Maroon must be aligned with other place they call Africa Al-Cable, and it is not. Slavery is a fabrication of lies that has been used to tarnish all of our legacy. All our accomplishments.
We had the Moors coming through here. We had the Tudors. We had all of those coming through here before. We had the Arabians, the Persians coming through here. We had the Ethiopians. We had all of them coming through here. We
were inhabitants. We were inhabitants of these lands long before dear Christopher Columbus. I just said a while ago that we ruled Spain for 900 years. And if Spain is the master of Greek Rome, then how can they talk to us? They can't talk to us. We, as I said, even the very pyramid that they're crazy about in the land that they call Egypt, those are stale news compared to the real. Go under the sea. Certain part of the Atlantic, the Ethiopian Ocean, there are monuments under there right now where them cannot explain. You have a city right on the shores of Zimbabwe that is made out of stone under the water. and them cannot explain these things. You think of some the little university buffoon or go look up in a book and read theoretical thing we are dealing with. We are dealing with physical, tangible evidence. So that's
but
why
that is what I'm saying. We don't teach our children. We don't teach them. I was teaching my daughter about, Egyptian and Ethiopian history when she was just 5 years old. The school said, I can't. I said, she needs to know the history, pure and simple. So what I'm saying, we do not teach somehow we just drop the ball.
It's not that we drop the ball, sis. What happened is, if you make enough noise in a marketplace, you will surely forget where you're going there to buy. This thing they call education, it is the loudest propaganda machine that has ever been created.
But that's why I just said we need to educate at home. I was educating mine at home.
Yo, Willie.
Can I say something?
What?
Yeah, you say the same thing when you talk about a distortion of history. Yes. See, even right now, it's right under our nose.
Yes, sir.
Because if you right now Google Paul Bogle,
oh my
you're
God,
gonna see what Thomas L.
Jennings, yes. No.
Come up with Paul Bogle and have the same.
No. Can I give you the story about that? Listen to me. What the Jamaica Corporation has done, because the Jamaica Corporation is a fraud like several of the corporations out there, What it has done is to give its story some legitimacy. It takes a lot of the fact and turn it into fiction. Now, Mr. Jennings, who is an inventor of steam pressing board and iron board, not to mention certain things, the dry cleaning thing. He was living in the island that they call Jamaica. This man led a rebellion, an upper class rebellion against the establishment. So did Sam Sharp. But the thing about Paul Bogle and Sam Sharp was they were part of the elite. But when slavery was abolished now, Zine and the so-called aristocrat UK cut their ties with the island's aristocrats. It became a problem. They could not maintain the governance over the Maroon people. So therefore rebellion started to spring. And
so
Jennings, yes.
So Paul Jennings and Paul Bogle are the same person.
Is the same person. Remember, we're in the Americas. Hold on, before it was called the Caribbean and United States of America, it was all the Americas. It was all called the Americas, from Santo Domingo, El Salvador.
Which was the original name? Thomas Jennings or Paul Bogle?
On the plantation, the slave name that they wanted to give to him was Paul Bogle. Zane, his name is not Paul Bogle. His copyright name is Mr. Jennings under the pattern. If you go and look it up on Google, his name is patterned as Mr. Jennings. But the colloquial name of Paul Bogle is this master's. Yo, them guy are wicked and nasty, Willie.
I tell you, man.
That's why it comes down to educating our children of our history at home if the schools are not doing it. Look, all these great inventions were by African people. African. The light bulb, the washing machine, you name it. The ladies who took the plane to NASA that calculated all of these things, and they were hidden. But when we know these things, we are supposed to shout them to the top, so our young people could have the confidence to say, I am not swallowing what they give to me because my ancestors did.
But hold on, when I tell them, do not call your teacher in the classroom a white woman. Other people in the school who are illiterate telling my son to call her a white woman, I had to go there and say, none of you are not white, right? This is a piece of paper that is white, right? And they all agree and say yes. So why do you want my son to call you a white person? You're not a white person. You are a Caucasian. That is your appellation. I am sharpening these arrows because our children is the arrow, We're going to take them down, And as the
But I want to tell you,
But they can only take them down if they have the information
Yes,
and
yeah,
knowledge. They
sharp,
take
you have to
them
sharpen them.
down.
Go ahead.
Hold on then. Listen now.
Yes.
Anybody who want to identify as white, they're also making a fool of themselves.
Of course.
Because there is no nation named white. So they're still under the color of law.
Yo.
The only difference between them and black is that them get more privilege than the so-called black. But them not white. And when they accept that they're white, they're stupid. Because when you're white, means that you're stateless as well. Because country
Willie, when you have books that are teaching our children with that appellation in it, white and black, this is the ignorance that our next generation going to come out of the education institution and walk around and figure more or less that they are smart when they're actually dumb. But you have educated brothers and sisters out there who have been studying and eating this garbage for eons now. When shit become normal to them shit, it is normal. Ain't no problem eating shit because everybody's eating it. We have, as the Empress said, we have to sharpen our little people and we have to make them know that, yo, this that they're trying to force on us is not right. I see a tape the other day, I don't know if everybody saw it, with a lady from the CIA. They have a branch now looking into education as to how we teach our children, our offspring.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the woman said that she have a Maroon daughter, and when she have a reason with her some lies when she tell them about Thomas Jefferson was first president and Abraham Lincoln. These are lies. These are natural fabricated lies that our people have been taught and accepted. So guess what? It's getting harder and harder to change the lies when they've been swallowed by the next generation.
So then another thing we need to start doing is teaching our young men and young women that the money they're killing themselves for is already is and it's still theirs, right?
The piece of paper with the ink.
Exactly. What I'm saying about this, I'm talking the land.
Yeah.
Where does the wealth come from?
It's ours.
Where does the wealth come from? The wealth is where do they find the diamond, the gold, the silver, the bauxite, the oil? In the land. So we need to get our lands back and teach our generation coming up to appreciate, to work, to get that, so you don't go and kill yourself dancing for the colonists, for the so-called elite, for what you have. You know what disappointed me the other day? Watching the news, and Ghana just found a mountain of gold. And you know what the Arabs decided to do? If you want my oil, you pay me gold. And I'm thinking, don't our people learn? So when they deplete what we have, again, we are giving them what? Ammunition. We are giving them the right again to colonize us, to dehumanize us, to say we are stupid, we are easy. Like one of the European guys said today, how Europe is a garden. I think I said, you guys, Europe is a garden and Africa is a jungle. But yet you came to the jungle. You came, you stole, you killed, you caused genocide in the jungle for the same wealth to bring to your God, and then you have the audacity to say they come from a jungle and you have a garden. Where did you get this stuff from? You got it from the jungle. Our people are not opening. We are not listening. We are not, and that's what another thing we're doing. We're choosing people, because we do choose the people sometimes in power to represent us. And we're short-sighted. We're just thinking, oh, they're popular. They give us 2 nice words. They may give us a few that, and they're still using the colonist way. Give a few money, and you would like and you vote. And we forget we only see from, as my mother used to, so that you only see from your eyes to your nose. You don't see beyond that. And they have no insight themselves, because the only insight they have is inside their pocket. They don't see for the rest of the nation, the people. So That's another thing. We have to educate our people on who you're going to vote for to represent you. What is the fight they're bringing for? Is for you or for themselves? All of that we have to educate and re-educate. We have to be on that platform to let our generation be aware is what we face, what our ancestors face, and what is there to come, because it's coming back wrong again to us, whether we like it or not.
Well,
and instead of our generation is taking the guns and killing themselves, let us find them something to get them to learn to use the gun, because they will have to use the gun. Who is going to be in the front line when there's a war? It's our young men and it's not going to be us. But if I have to take up arms, I will. But as I'm saying, it's going to have to be our young people. And we need to keep our young people. We need to have their mind sane. We need to educate them, get them to have their self-esteem, to know that they have got a purpose on this planet and what that purpose is and might be too. And educate our people. We need our young men and our young women. They're laughing because once we're taking out one another, it's one less for them. Let's do it ourselves. So it doesn't look like if they're doing it, because we're doing it to ourselves. We have to educate.
Well, I think
for our young people.
I think we're on the right track. Unfortunately, we have to cut it here, but this is what we do from Monday to Friday, the International Grand Rising Show. And we are going to keep the fire on, because I believe the more we discuss these situation is the more we find solution for it. I do have my Lumi money. I got some Lumi from Chief Samarco, and Wednesdays is when we do Lumi Matters. So I'm going to invite Willie on Wednesday, because we do have this Lumi. But Willie, on different topic, I tried to be on your program yesterday and I could not get on. I hope you get the mechanical part of that solved, so we can join you on Sunday.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. Yeah, man. Yesterday I was just giving me a lot of hiccups, so I end up starting it very late. About that's a lot of time, but cause that Zoom thing is a bit sometimes problematic. But yeah, I gotta start that Sunday 12 o'clock. All Sunday.
And that is about self-empowerment, my brothers and sisters. It's another class that Willie is putting forward, and I do encourage as much classes as possible to liberate our people. I don't know if you want to tell them a bit about it, Willie, what it entails and how they can be participating in it.
Well, the time has come for us to know the law, know your rights, and if you don't know any rights that you don't know, you don't have to take it away from you. But when you go out there and declare that you know the law and you defend, you stand in your square and defend yourself by knowing, educating yourself, they have to back off, because you use constitutional law. Because what the corporations have done over the years is draft us as employees in the corporation system with our birth certificate, our driver's license, all the whole works of all of those documents that we have, a marriage certificate, all these things tie us in the corporation. And unless we kind of take our time and pull out of the matrix, we will always be a slave to their system. So we have to go and know the law and take our time, take ourselves gradually, little by little. It's a matrix that we're in. It's hard to get out, because they tie us up, hand down, foot and bound, we unite. But we have to find it, and the only way is through knowledge and proper knowledge. Learn that you have the power. You have the power. The same way a lawyer can say, I'm going to put a lien against your house in a boy. But I say, oh yeah, you think you can put lien, I can put a lien on you too. And on your career, and on your premises, and on everything that your bond, etc., etc. So we have to empower ourselves with the knowledge and learn how to do it and do it right, so we don't get ourselves into trouble. Because a lot of people, sometimes they're going out there and they just, and the Bible says a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. You have to get the full knowledge. So you have to spend time, study books, study law, study empowerment documents, and we move strength to strength. That's so I'm encouraging everybody Sunday 12 o'clock. If you're interested, reach out to me through Raskadai's program and be a part of the experience. Just
send the link to me and I'll follow out people. This is what we're talking about. learning. Of course, our sister over in the UK, she can join ETA in the BVI, and it's all about you. You don't even know when a police officer pull you over who is a civil servant what word to use. We want to teach you because your wording is very important. Your language with the corporation is what gets us in trouble, because when they purposely ask you certain word and you answer back in an educational way, that's how you've taught to answer them, that's how they charge you. But good running, Willie, and I do commend you for putting forward this recruitment classes on a Sunday. You can be recruited, and of course you get more in-depth with Willie. If you're really serious about liberating yourself, you can follow through and also be a part of that. Etta, I do thank you so much. Yes, I so much, Etta, for coming on board. Thank you so much, De Niro, for coming on board. And we'll link again. We shall have.
We shall have. Yes.
We shall have.
We shall have.
Yes. We shall have. That's it. And of course, the Maroon Nation people, feel free to touch base with us. Our Maroon Nation is there, and keep it locked to Fresh Radio Vibes, your number one online radio station. We do want to just say, yo, keep the fire burning until tomorrow. Jagide, I'm going to rebroadcast this in a minute. Keep it right here.
One time, are you ready now? Yeah. Come on, copy. Ball game me a play. Me have to reach my goal until the day. The last pitch moves me and make me no feel like fool. What them feel like? Every day we turn dreams in a reality. Work hard and me nah look no charity. Me turn dreams in a reality. The husband deal more I'm missing. Me turn dreams in a reality. I know we not do it for no vanity. Me do it for me family. So them a go hungry me now. Lord, so why complain? When every other day we a fly pan plane. In a first class seat we sipping fine champagne and wine from Spain. Deep steam chalice load up with ital strains. Same brother them you know see my friends change. You never see we sell off in no likes and fame. Remember when a big bean and rice pan plate. No we not check no price, just pay. Every day we turn dreams in a reality. Work hard and me turn dreams in a reality. Mama missing dreams in a reality. I know we not do it for